NHL. They had the top record in the league and followed that by winning the 2002 Stanley Cup. Now it's time to celebrate.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the best of times in the Motor City. Detroit is the city of champions once again. Yes, your Red Wings did it. Let's give them a hand. Hello, everyone. I'm Ray Lane, and led by an unyielding and courageous captain, anchored by an array of all-stars destined to be in the Hall of Fame, motivated by a mix of energetic grinders and exciting youngsters playing the best hockey of their lives, the Detroit Red Wings have reclaimed the Stanley Cup and bringing it home to the city that deserves it. Tonight on UPN 50, live from Joe Louis Arena, we're going to relive the glory of the 2002 playoff run and meeting and hearing from the Red Wing players and coaches who gave us certainly a season to remember. Join us now in a special Stanley celebration and say hello to Mick, my broadcast partner on UPN 50, Detroit's own Mickey Redmond.
Thank you, Ray. Ray and UPN 50 and 62 CBS Sports Director Chuck Garfien will be with us throughout the evening as we share a Stanley Cup celebration honoring the 2002 Stanley Cup champion Detroit Red Wings and thanking the greatest hockey fans in the world, the Wingnuts of Hockeytown. Tonight we are proud to be Detroiters and so proud of this hockey team of ours. My co-host for this evening is my partner on Red Wing Telecast, Mr. Ken Daniels. Ken, what a ride it's been.
Thank you, Mickey. Hello again, everybody. Well, first off, I'd like to say to everyone, all you dads out there, happy Father's Day. And how interesting it is that contrary to what skeptics believed 9 months ago, Father Time did not catch up with this team. Igor Larionov is the professor, but Brett Hull is the philosopher who said back in Traverse City, I'd rather be on a team that is old and experienced than young and stupid. 16 game-winning goals scored by 11 different players. 17 of 18 regular skaters scored goals. It was truly a team effort. And tonight, we're going to meet and hear from every man on the Red Wing roster and meet the coaches, front office personnel who masterminded Detroit's 10th Stanley Cup winning team. We staged this celebration after Cup victories in 1997 and 1998. And it's a unique opportunity for the fans to meet the players and the players to thank the fans. And Mick, it's going to be a magical night.
Thank you, Kenny. We had hero upon hero this season. Hall of Famers, All-Stars, Grinders, and Rookies. We had a most valuable player in the playoffs. But we want to kick off tonight's proceedings with the two most valuable players in the Red Wing organization. Because without them, none of this happens. There would be no team for the ages, no regular season championship, and no Stanley Cup. let's have a special Joe Louis Arena welcome and thank you, and an acknowledgement from the heart and the soul of Hockeytown for our owners, Mr. and Mrs. Mike and Marion Ilitch.
Thank you very much. 20 years ago, we started out with 5,000 fans. It took us about 9-10 years in order to fill the arena, and you have done that. Now we're not only filling the arena, we're watching television, we're filling all the bars that have TVs, and I want you to know that without all this support, we never would have been able to ice this type of team, this fabulous team that we won the Stanley Cup with. All the Ilitches, thank you. All Olympia Arenas, thank you. All the Red Wings, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the greatest.
Season ticket holders, suite holders, fans, I don't know. I travel this country following this team. Everybody, every arena we go to, we see nothing but Red Wing jerseys. And you guys are responsible for it. Like Mrs. Ilitch mentioned, we got a phenomenal base here. And you gave us the courage and the strength by having such strong support to be able to build so that we could go out and try to get good players and be represented well. So our family is just, we feel very humble and very proud to own this team. And we feel it's your team just as much as it is ours. And I just think you're wonderful partners. Thank you very much.
Are you on? Go ahead and try it.
All right.
There you go.
There you go. And I have to mention that I saw Mike interviewed on TV Friday, and he was asked how satisfied he was that his team won 3 cups in 6 years. He said, well, how about 4 out of 7? That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Well, everyone in Detroit knows that the Red Wings and the Ilitch businesses are family operations. And right now, we'd like to introduce 2 representatives of hockey's first family. They're too hoarse to speak from all the cheering, but please welcome presidents of Ilitch Holdings, Denise Ilitch and Christopher Ilitch.
People had their reputations on the line and legacies riding on the final outcome of the 2002 season. A guy who put it all on the line this year. He rolled the dice and dared to make 2002 a season we will never forget. Was the architect of Detroit's 10th Stanley Cup championship. He wheeled, he dealed. He may have even crossed his fingers a few times, but with the backing of the Ilitch family, he produced. His wheeling and dealing paid off. Let's meet the executive behind the cup, General Manager, Mr. Ken Holland.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is an exciting night. It's nice to be back here. First thing I'd like to say is that the people to my right, the Ilitch family, Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch, Denise, Chris, and their entire family, is the reason that we are here tonight. Last summer, when we lost out to LA in the first round of the playoffs,
I sat down with Mr. Ilitch and Mrs. Ilitch and the family, and we had a decision to make. What direction were we going to go with our hockey club? And Mr. Ilitch said, we got a great core. Let's add to it. Let's try and make some moves with some impact, and let's try to win another Stanley Cup. And here we are. Later in the summer, last summer, we really had gone as far as we felt we could. And again, Mr. Ilitch said, let's bring in Brett Hull. And what a great addition Brett Hull was to this hockey club. There's a lot of people that work behind the scenes to help build a championship team. And I'd like to quickly mention them so that they're not forgotten tonight. Our amateur scouting staff, which is really run by my assistant general manager, Jim Nill. There's Håkan Anderson, Vladimir Havlui, who oversee Europe for us, Bruce Harrelson, Mark Leach, Joe McDonnell, who work North America. And they're the reason that Yuri Fisher's a Red Wing, Pavel Datsyuk's a Red Wing, Jason Williams, Sean Avery, Jesse Wallen, Max Kuznetsov, to name a few. And Henrik Zetterberg next year. I'd like to thank our pro scouts, Danny Belisle, Mark Howe, Bob McCammon, who run around North America watching professional games in the NHL and the American Hockey League and giving us information on who we should sign as free agents, who we should trade for. And late in the season, they watch our potential first round or our potential playoff opponents to give the coaches some inside information on how to win a series. I'd also like to thank Jim Devellano, our senior vice president, who I work very, very closely with. Jimmy D was the first hire by the Ilitches back in 1982 when they bought the hockey club. And he's a major, major reason why this team has been as successful as it has been over the last decade. And I want to thank him personally because I work very, very closely with Jimmy. I'd also like to thank our training staff, led by Pete Van Zandt and John Wharton. Our team doctors, Dr. Finley, who was just telling me backstage, this is his 45th season with the Red Wings. Dr. Collin, Dr. Colucci, Dr. Kolowich, and our team dentist, Chet Regula. I'd also like to thank our equipment people who spend countless hours behind the scenes having our team prepared with their equipment. Paul Boyer, and also Timmy Abbott, and Johnny Remedios. I'd like to thank our two masseurs, I think, Sergei Chekmerov and Daryl Pittman. I'm going to go on. I'm just going to take a couple more minutes here, and then I'm done. I'd also like to thank the people in our office, Nancy Beard, who's our administrative assistant, who works very, very closely with me, David Kolb, who does our team travel, Paul McDonald and Bridget Merritt. Trying to think if I forgot anybody here. And again, lastly, I was thinking driving down today about our players and what an incredible team effort it was this year. Not once did a player come to me this year, and I even think to our coaches, and complain about their role in the hockey club or their ice time. They all were concerned about team success. Who can forget Steve Yzerman willing us to victory in the Vancouver series? Nicholas Lidstrom scoring a 100-foot shot against Cloutier in Vancouver in Game 3. Brett Hull scoring a goal with a minute to go in Carolina Game 3 to send us into overtime. Igor Larionov scoring in triple overtime in Carolina so we can win Game 3. Game 7 against Colorado at home. I'll never forget the first period. Thomas Holmstrom, Luc Robitaille, and Igor Larionov scoring 3 goals to set us on the road of our Colorado Avalanche. Dominic Hasek, Game 6 in Colorado, throws a shutout, 2-0 win, and Brendan Shanahan pokes home the goal at the end of the first period when Patrick Waugh is holding his arm up in the air in the Statue of Liberty. We won't forget the work of the grind line, Darren McCarty, Chris Draper, and Kirk Maltby. Darren McCarty's hat trick against Patrick Waugh in Game 1. Kirk Maltby with no stick, Game 2 at home against St. Louis, killing a penalty. And Chris Draper throughout the playoffs with his high energy. I won't forget Boyd Devereaux making a pass to Brett Hull in Game 4 in Carolina when Hull scored to put us up 1-0. He played with energy the entire game. And it's a group I'll never forget. I could be up here all night, but this is a night for the players. And I also want to thank all you fans. You're the greatest fans in the world. It's an incredible feeling to come into the Joe and have a sold-out rink every night. And when July 1st, when we try to entice some players to come here with unrestricted free agency, between our ownership and you fans, it's an easy sell. Thank you.
Ken Holland works the crowd as well as he works the free agent market. Pretty good. The Stanley Cup is in the building, so we'll have it out here in just a little bit. Well, it's known throughout the National Hockey League that the Red Wings are a first-class organization all the way. The training, equipment, medical staffs of the team are unmatched in the league. You don't win Stanley Cups unless you have the best people on the ice and behind the scenes. So we'd like to acknowledge the best staff in the business right now, some that Ken Holland just mentioned. John Wharton, Paul Boyer, Tim Abbott, Pete Van Zandt, Sergei Chekmanov, John Remigis, and Daryl Pittman. Say hello to them.
Just real briefly, on behalf of our staff, thank you, the fans, for everything, the Ilitch family for providing us with everything that we need to help the players. All we do is prop them up and make them comfortable. They play through everything. It's the toughest, hardest working group of guys we've ever seen, and led by Steve Yzerman. I want to thank Scotty Bowman and Ken Holland, again, for letting us do our job. Whatever we ask for, we get from a training standpoint, and they help us out a lot. And most of all, I want to thank Steve Yzerman, who, without him, I don't think any of us would be here. And at the end of my career, it'll be the thing that I most treasure the most, is that I've had a great 11-year run with Steve. Thanks a lot, Stevie.
Well said by John Wharton. And our 2002 Stanley celebration is off to a terrific start. What a great evening we have going right now. Joining me here at our Joe Louis Arena anchor desk for the festivities is UPN 50 and 62 CBS Sports Director Chuck Garfon. Chuck, just like 97, 98, this is going to be one heck of a party.
Thanks, Ray. It's really fun to be here, and it's not often we get to witness something as positive and exciting as the official celebration of a Stanley Cup victory. We're just getting started tonight, and one way we want to set the scene is by paying tribute to our 2002 Stanley Cup champs with this UPN 50 special music video, Hockeytown Rocks.
Hockeytown rocks and rolls. Hey everybody, this is Hockeytown. Detroit Spirit going on around. Feel the power, feel the energy. The Red Wings skate the victory. Crowd so loud at the show. You can't hear the referee's whistle blow.
They lined up. He's been ready for this.
Who could ask for in a big heart? The right. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Hockeytown rocks. Hockeytown rocks and roll. Hockeytown rocks.
rocking down here at the JLA tonight. Don't go away. When we return, we'll be hearing from the coaching legend who brought the Red Wings their 10th and his 9th Stanley Cup. You'll want to hear the observations and the farewell thoughts of the great Scotty Bowman.
And joining us in the next segment will be 28 young and some not so young Stanley Cup winners. The guys who wear the red and white with wing wheels on their chest will meet all the 2002 champions when we return to a Stanley celebration only on UPN 50.
The Stanley Celebration on UPN 50, brought to you in part by Bell Tire.
Don't miss Hot Wheels Cool Nights, June 28th through 30th in Pontiac. An incredible free festival for the whole family, featuring a car show with classics, hot rods, muscle cars, and more. Plus awesome entertainment, a carnival for the kids, 75 free concerts including LL Cool J, fireworks, great food, and more. For more info, call 248-334-4600 or go to HotWheelsCoolNights.com. Hot Wheels Cool Nights, June 28th through 30th in Pontiac. Admission is free. Don't miss it. Presented by Bell Tire, Fifth Third Bank, Soaring Eagle Casinos, and Comcast.
You've probably felt the thrill of anticipation. The dice tumbling down the table. But at Casino Windsor, feel it so much more. With 10 times odds on craps and the currency exchange rate that gives you up to 50% more. Casino Windsor. Absolutely more of what you're looking for.
Little Caesars new deep dish pizza, guaranteed to end dinner time larceny. Take the topping thief. 2 large pizzas covered with pepperoni. The Cheese Chiseler. These pizzas loaded with cheese. The Corner Crook. A crunchy crust on every slice. The Last Slice Swiper. 2 large, 1 topping deep dish pizzas. 16 huge slices, just $13.99. Play fair and square at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Cold filtered MGD. Pure beer for a pure night out.
Had enough of mild? Go wild. Go from ordinary to outrageous at the Dodge Summer Event. We'll take your down payment and give it real muscle. We'll match it up to $1,000 on almost every new Dodge. That's in addition to cash allowances up to $2,500. For a down payment of up to $4,500. Plus get our 7-100 powertrain pledge. So get up, get wild at the Dodge Summer Event.
Well, it's almost time to meet our special guests here this evening. But before we do that, I'd like to bring back Mr. Ken Holland for a couple of points that he would like to make. Kenny, come back up, please.
I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Scotty Bowman for 9 great years of service to this organization. In 1993, Jimmy D and Mr. Ilitch made a decision to bring in Scotty Bowman because this organization needed to learn how to win in the playoffs, and Scotty delivered 3 Stanley Cups in 9 years. He's been an incredible man to work with. I treasure my relationship with him. I'm going to be able to tell my grandchildren that I was the general manager to the greatest coach in the history of professional sports and the greatest coach in the history of the National Hockey League. And I also don't want to forget Barry Smith, Dave Lewis, Joe Kosher, Jim Bedard, who worked very closely, and our PR staff, John Hahn and Michael Kuda. It's a great staff.
Thank you, Kenny. Well, it's been said of the 2002 Detroit Red Wings that they are remarkable, not just for the team that they are, but for the people that they are. They're a terrific bunch of players, obviously, but also a great bunch of guys. Hockeytown loves its heroes, and they love Hockeytown. It's now time. So let's welcome the champions of the world, the 2002 Stanley Cup winners. They brought it back home for you, your Detroit Red Wings.
I don't know. I've never seen such a clean-shaven group of men. Almost didn't recognize them. Well, now that the players have been seated, they can be treated to some words of wisdom from two guys they have listened to a lot throughout this long season, working under Coach Scotty Bowman. Dave Lewis, Barry Smith have given their all to this team, and that is reflected in the two most recent Stanley Cup banners hanging from the Joe Louis Arena ceiling, soon to be joined by a third. Please welcome three-time Stanley Cup winning associate coaches, Dave Lewis and Barry Smith.
Thank you. I'm going to read something that Joey Koser helped me with, and we gave to the players prior to Game 1 of the playoffs. Every year I sort of started the tradition of doing that, and I don't know if it makes any difference, but I'll read this to you and tell me what you think of it. There's one word in here that's a little tight, but here's how it goes. In October, we began a trip for the year. The outcome uncertain, but we knew there'd be beer. We have stopped for directions this year and past. That knowledge we've gained will help us look fast. The map that is used on the road that we'll travel is one that experience will help us unravel. The experts have said that our best years are gone. This past year has proven how they were also wrong. The oil has been changed, the wheels aligned, the engine has been tuned for the long playoff grind. The battery now charged, the spark plug a clicking, the tank full of gas for a good old ass kicking. The youth on our team should look in our mirror. The guidance they'll need will become very clear. The road is unpaved and the weather uncertain. The doubts you may have leave behind the gray curtain. The route that you travel is hard on the car, but it's good to know that the spare tires aren't that far. With one goal in mind and no chance to fail, the heart and the soul in this room will surely prevail. This classic you drive will only be seen by the guys in the room who share that same dream. The places we've seen, the people we've met, will add to the memories we'll never forget. Thank you.
And now Associate Coach Barry Smith.
first of all, I'd like to thank the Ilitches and our management staff for taking care of this team and making it the best team in hockey. Secondly, I'd like to thank the players because they coached us, and we learned along the way. And I think lastly, before Scotty comes up, I have a personal thanks, and that is I've had a chance to work with this gentleman for 11 years, and to me, it's been a great journey. It's like working with a mentor, a family member, and sometimes a pain in the ass, but overall, it was a tremendous ride, and it's not over till it's over. So thank you all.
Thank you, Barry. And now, the man, his numbers tell it all. He's the all-time leading Stanley Cup head coach with 30 NHL seasons. He's been a winner in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and now the new century. But maybe the most memorable aspect of Scotty Bowman's final campaign, the joy and emotion he openly shared with his players on the ice. What a way to bow out. The all-time winningest coach in the National Hockey League, the one and only, Mr. Scott William Bowman.
Thanks, Mickey. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to start now. Thanks. This long journey to Detroit started 9 years ago. Just about this time, I'd received a call from the senior vice president now, Jim Devellano, to say that the Red Wings were interested in me as their head coach. And I got a call from Mr. Ilitch, called me and said, why don't you bring your family? We'll pick you up in Buffalo. I was living in Buffalo where I still live. And I went down to Florida, and my family came down for a full day. And I talked to Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch at length. And I was pretty excited because most of the contracts I ever had in hockey were one-year contracts. And when I was in Montreal, I had a series of one-year contracts. I got a chance in Buffalo to get a longer contract. And the Red Wings were going to offer me a 2-year contract, which was fine with me. I felt I could really, help the team for a couple of years. And then Mr. Ilitch said, of course, we'll want you to be a Red Wing the rest of your life. And he said, you don't have to worry about us making any promises. And he said, if you give us 2 years as head coach, then he said, you'll join the Red Wing family in another capacity. And that's really what interested me the most at the time, because I was just turning 60, and I felt that it was time to stay with one team. I'd been with 4 others, and the opportunity to come to Detroit, the team was very solid. Everybody knew they had a very good season the year before, and I had a chance to go with an original 6 team. It all fell into place. And of course, those 2 years became really 9 terrific years with and to work. And of all the accolades our team has got with the 3 cups in the last 6 years, and people know now how difficult a trophy, the Stanley Cup, is to win, and to have Dave Lewis and Barry Smith as the same coaches. I don't think, I think all records eventually will be broken, but of all the records that we hold as a team, I think to have 3 coaches in professional sports stay together for 9 years with the opportunities that come up today with so many teams speaks what I want to speak for both Barry and Dave. Jimmy Bedard was with us in our Cup year in '98. He's been with us as our goalie consultant. He does a lot of goalie scouting. And I'd like to say thanks to Jim. Look at the goaltending that we've had, but look at the goaltending we had this year. And this year we broke in a rookie coach in Joey Koser. And as everyone knows, Joey was a Red Wing before most of us, and then he returned. I remember in 1997, it was actually the '96 fall, and we had a good team, as everybody knows, and some teams were starting to take advantage of us a little bit. And we had a lot of good players that were forced into a lot of situations. And Joey came down to the dressing room a couple of times, and we started to talk. And he didn't know if he could come back, and we didn't know if he would be able to come back. And at the time, I was doing a lot of the other stuff that I haven't been doing the last few years. And I remember I called Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch, and I said, you know, we really have to do something, and it's so hard to get a player to come in here. What do you think of Joey Koser? They said of all the players that left Detroit, and there's many that come and go, that they respected Joey more than any other player for the way that he got traded, he went on to another team, he went with the Rangers when they won their cup, first cup in all those years, and he came back, and all of a sudden it was the beginning of the grind line. And Joey gave us those 2 terrific seasons. And he means so much to our team. He started right at the very bottom. Joey has found a niche for himself. He was terrific. Both Barry and Dave did a lot of the video work. Joe was in that room. He would pick out stuff that a lot of people wouldn't be able to. And Joey Koser really did a terrific job, and I'm so happy that we were able to get him as a player, and then he came back in the capacity that he's at now. There's so many people to thank that really I want to thank everybody. That's the best way I could put it. But after we won the Cup in '97, the Red Wings were being restructured, and I know Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch were looking ahead, and they brought in, as the general manager, Ken Holland, and it's always very difficult. I know what it's like because I went to Montreal when they won a Cup in 1971, and to succeed somebody in a job that's already won the Cup is not an easy task. And Kenny came in as the general manager in '97 after we won our first Cup. And I've had 5 years with Kenny. He's a terrific family man. He's played the game. He was a Red Wing many, many years before he started to move up in scouting. And I can tell you in 5 years, he never, ever tried to coach 1 second of this team. Never asked who was in the lineup, never made a suggestion on, we would have just some talks, but he never fancied himself as a coach. And of course, we never fancied ourselves as management. And I think that's the real reason that the Red Wings have really bounced back from some tough losses in the last 3 or 4 years. Jimmy Nill came in with Kenny, and he now is an assistant general manager, and the front office team has never been more solid and never have any cohesion has been any better than the Red Wings. And you know the players that they discover. They got excellent scouts all over the place. They have a great owner. When something has to be done, he does it. And I remember when I talked to Mike this summer, he always called me and he mentioned to me, he said, you know, I really don't want to lose Martin Lapointe. And he said he's one of my favorite players, and it was a tough loss for the Red Wings. And I remember right after he signed, and Mike said to me, you know, I really owe it to the fans. We're going to go out and get some more players. We would like to have kept Martin, but we couldn't. And all of a sudden, you know, in came the players, as you know. And I think that's what made the Red Wings this year a team that was, in my books, people have often asked me, how do you compare this team with other teams? Well, you know, it's impossible to compare teams from different eras. When I was in Montreal, yes, we had a lot of players, different system in those days. You drafted players, you brought them along, you didn't make a lot of trades, there was no free agents, and we had a nice cozy setup. We probably went as far as an hour to play most games. And the Red Wings playing in the Western Conference, you know the travel this team does, and we overcome all those obstacles. And you know, it's nice to talk about Hall of Fame players, and maybe it's not fair before they're in the Hall of Fame, but there's a lot of great players on this team that won't be in the Hall of Fame. And when you look at the way the team this year, for the 4 veteran players, it was just unbelievable, the effort that they put out when you really look at it. I mean, down the line, certainly with the 2 defensemen, Freddie Olesen and Steve Duchesne. And Luc Robitaille, and of course, Dominik Hasek. And I know when Kenny and Jimmy Nill made the deal, I was actually up in northern Quebec at a wedding, and Kenny phoned me on the Saturday night, and I knew that we all knew that he was going to go somewhere, and this was a tough deal in a way, because we were all so fond of Chris Osgood. Kenny was the one that drafted Chris. And, you know, the responsibility that was thrust on Chris Osgood to win a cup with the Red Wings, we can never forget. And this was not an easy situation. And Chris was a great goalie. He's a young goalie. And it's not easy as a goalie when you go against these household names like Roy and Joseph, you know, and Belfour. And Dominik was coming into a tough situation, but he liked the odds. And just getting those 4 players, the motivation, and I'm going to speak highly of each one because everybody knows how Steve played, Steve Duchesne, how much he gave us. We know what Dominik did. We also know that Luc Robitaille in the playoffs didn't put the numbers up that people think about, but defensively, the last minute and a half of the last game, if you just want to watch a video, you watch the way a team should play when they have the lead, you just watch the line of Larionov, Holmstrom, and Robitaille. They went out there with about 2 minutes to go. And I don't think the puck got to center ice. About 40 or 50 seconds of play, the puck, they kept throwing it in. So, you know, this is what made this team so special. And to see Pavel Datsyuk, Boyd Devereaux, Yuri Fisher, Matthew Dandino, who's been here for 5 or 6 years now, and, you know, and then you had the veterans. You had the guys that have won before, like Brett Hull, Chris Chelios, and I don't want to forget anybody, but I think there's about 11 other players on our lineup that had been through with the Cups in 97 or 98 or both. And it's just amazing how this. I felt pretty good going into, into the series. In the finals, we felt pretty good. And then when we lost the first game, I tried to figure out how many first games did we lose. And I thought back when I coached in Montreal, it was just like it was all over. The same thing again. The New York Rangers, had a big upset. They beat Philadelphia. We were rolling along in Montreal going for our 4th cup. And all of a sudden, the Rangers, they were just like Carolina. They were a high-profile team, but they were underdogs. And they beat us in the first game right in our own building, 4-1. So when we lost our first game, I ran right to the Stanley Cup hockey book, and I wanted to find. I knew we lost the game in '79, and I even looked at the scores. I said, well, and we did exactly the same thing. This team won 4 straight games, scored 3 goals in each of the games, and Carolina was not an easy team. And then when you look at the great leadership of our captain, Steve Yzerman, and Steve, everyone knows how injured he was, and I can tell you that maybe Steve didn't do everything on the ice that he could have done that he did in '97, '98, but he did more in this playoff run with each of those players on this team. And I've never seen a player play at the level he could even play at. And I know the feeling of the players on this team, and they knew how injured he was, to say, as long as he can suit up, he's gonna help us win. And he did more than suit up. And I would be very wrong to sitting there yesterday, there was 4 trophies in front of us for the team picture. Naturally, there was the Stanley Cup, and there was the Campbell Conference, the Western Conference trophy, and there was the Conn Smythe trophy for Nick Lidstrom, and there was the President's Trophy. And I feel very confident that we're going to get the Norris Trophy, and I think we also are in the running for the Lady Byng Trophy. I mean, that's amazing. And you know, the way that you look at all these, you go down each of the lines that played in the playoffs, and I was so happy that naturally you never want to make any lineup changes, but I remember talking to both Barry and Dave after Yuri Fisher had to miss the 5th game, and the effort that our players who didn't dress very much, all those players, and you know, they were so great. Our goaler that never played very much, Manny Legacy, and young Elliott, and then you go to defensemen like Max Kuznetsov, Uwe Krupp, certainly Yuri Slager proved everything that both Dave and Barry said, there's 2 players, Ladislav Kohn, who you people maybe don't know very much about. I mean, you know a little bit about Williams, you know a little bit about Sean Avery, because they're going to play on this team, and they played this year, and they learned a lot. But Ladislav Kohn and Yuri Slager were about the first. Well, Chelios is always first, but they were the first guys in the dressing room, and they were the last guys to leave. And you know, they must have thought they'd never get into the lineup. And Yuri Slager got into that lineup and played 17 minutes after missing about 2.5 months. And, you know, everything just fell into place. Freddie Olesen came in after game 2. What a goal he scored in Colorado, overtime. You know, and there's one player on this team that I want to talk about because I've been here 9 years, and I can say there's been some ups and downs for this player because he's such a talent and such a super person that I want to make recognition of the contribution that you talk about team players, Sergei Fedorov. I wasn't going in. I wasn't worried about Game 5 after we got ahead because I talked to Sergei and he said there'll be no Game 7 because I'm going on an airplane and I'm going to Europe, and he said, you know where I'm going. And so I knew we weren't going to play tomorrow night, and that's pretty confident for a coach. And not the last person, but I also want to make a reference to a player that came up so big in that Game 5, Brendan Shanahan. Brendan's going to be a father of twins in the not too distant future, and I have twins myself, and I said, Brendan, the only tip I'll give you, the first year is easy. When they start to be able to walk, then you got to decide which lamp you want to save. But I know his wife Catherine and all the team, it's such a thrill. They're going to have their first children, and it's going to be twins. So. I don't want to forget the medical staff, the doctors, John Wharton and his staff, and Paul Boyer and his staff. And I know I've been a little long, but you know, I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands in the next little while. And I really knew this was the time for me to make a decision. I was always worried, how do you know when you really think you've had enough? And not that I've had enough, but I knew a couple of months ago that if we can win this cup, hopefully we could win it. The odds were in our favor, and I can tell you that I would have left had we lost, and it would have been on my mind the rest of my life. And the cup win will be on my mind the rest of my life. I'm able to be a Red Wing. I'm able to work with Kenny and his staff, and I hope he's an easy boss because I'd like some time to do other things. But it's been great. My family didn't live in Detroit. They're young adults now. As I said on the television the other night, and I'd like to repeat it again, naturally my wife of over nearly 35 years now, we met in St. Louis, and she was a basketball fan, and they didn't have any ties. And we had a team that was struggling in the first 3 months, and I was dating her, and I told her, well, if we win, wait around. If we lose, I'm going to be watching tapes, and I'm not a good, it's not going to be a very good date. So one night she was with the trainer's wife, and she got to know the trainer's wife pretty good, and all of a sudden we tied, and she didn't know what to do. And this is a cute story because she waited, and of course we got married after that. And the other person I want to thank is a gentleman that gave me my first job in hockey when I was 22 years old. I played junior for him, and he was a former general manager of the Montreal Canadiens, Mr. Sam Pollock. He was a great hockey mind, and he was such a great businessman that the owners of our team took him out of the hockey business and put him in their business. But he's been a true friend, and he's the reason that I had the opportunity to get into hockey like I did. So thank you for your time. I I'll always come back to Detroit, and I just hope that I can be at some of these victory celebrations because this team is in terrific shape. And the players this year, I can tell you, they don't compare to any team that I've ever had because they did things that I never even expected them to do. As a great a team as they were, and as a great players that we had, they had to win the Stanley Cup, and I really cherish that thought. I never had a chance in Montreal because I was going on to Buffalo to thank players. And I can tell each one of these players, thank you very much for allowing me to ride off in the sunset in a happy manner. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's only one Scotty Bowman. He's going to be missed. His accomplishments will live forever in Detroit. And his name joins a list that includes legends like Adams, Abel, Howe, Lindsay, and Sawchuk, among the most successful men ever to play the game. From all of us, thank you, Scotty, and goodbye.
And when we return on UPN 50, it'll be time to hear from the newest heroes of Hockeytown, the members of the 2002 Stanley Cup champion Detroit Red Wings. Playoff hero Darren McCarty is first up when a Stanley celebration continues live from the Joe Louis Arena in downtown Detroit.
The Stanley Celebration on UPN 50 brought to you in part by your Metro Detroit Ford dealers.
Just announced, Ford Division will waive your first month's payment on most 2002 models in stock for AZ and D-Plan employees. Up to $400 in savings when you buy or lease through Ford Credit. It's all to kick off our June sales event. Plus, now all AXZ and D-Plan employees and eligible family members get an additional $500 bonus cash on Taurus to lower your monthly payment. So hurry, the Ford Division Waive Payment Program ends July 1st. Get to your Metro Detroit Ford dealer today.
This week, nobody's hotter than Wallside. During Wallside's sizzling summer sale, we've turned up the heat with prices and offers no other window company can touch. Keep the heat out with free Low-E glass. Keep cool with free argon gas. Save on every window Wallside makes. Plus, get an extra $100 off when you present this coupon. It's in this week's ShopWise, or ask your salesperson, or go to wallside.com. Wallside's sizzling summer sale, now through Saturday. Call 1-800-521-7800.
With Verizon Wireless, now you can talk.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Or access the web.
Good.
Across the country. Because now get unlimited, that's right, unlimited night and weekend minutes to use nationwide. All on the America's Choice Network. Now with mobile web for only $40 monthly access. That's the best wireless value.
Good.
From the best national wireless network. Plus, pick up a sleek web-ready LG phone. Hurry, the minutes may be unlimited,
Good.
but the offer's not.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Oh, yeah, I got that, honey. Ah, do you like when Daddy help you?
Well, that sucks. Yeah, I really liked her. Yeah, she seemed like a lovely girl. Looks like you could use a refreshing Mike's Hard Lemonade.
You're on.
A hard day calls for a hard lemonade. Make it Mike's.
Hey, Hockeytown, celebrate the 2002 Stanley Cup champion Detroit Red Wings with your official Stanley Cup merchandise. including the locker room, t-shirts, and hats while supplies last. Don't be fooled by imitations. Get your official championship gear at Hockeytown Authentics in Troy, the Joe Louis Arena merchandise stands, or order by phone at 1-800-WINGS-25. Celebrate the Red Wings' 10th Stanley Cup with your official championship wearables.
Well, we're back, and I would like to introduce to you a couple of guys that Scotty Bowman referred to who have now joined us up on stage. Please welcome Mr. Joe Kocur and Mr. Jim Bedard. Take a bow, guys. Can you imagine all the people he made look silly with those right hands of his? He's a little shy to get up in front of you guys. Okay. It's time now to meet the guys who made the 2002 year that we will never forget. And what the heck, let's start with a guy that's no stranger to a microphone, a real team character. I think you might know who I'm referring to. Take a look. This guy turned the hockey world on its ear with his goal scoring against Colorado in the conference final. Traded his grinding and bumping for a goal scorer's hat. Put an explosive hat trick against Patrick Roy in Game 1. His dramatic goal in Game 6 at Colorado put an exclamation point on the Red Wing series turnaround. This guy, for all the battles he's been in and the goals he's scored, we might remember him most, though, for the big hug that he put on his little son when it was all over. Let's welcome a favorite of Hockeytown, number 25, Darren McCarty.
Thanks, Mick. I know you guys are probably shaking your heads because I think I'm usually a little long-winded. Or you're wondering if I'm going to be able to get it out or not, but I'll be quick. First of all, Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch and the whole Ilitch family. You know, this is, I think with the Ilitch family, is, as we've all said, the key is family, and we've all been considered one of the family. I've been here a long time, and for my family, I'd just like to say thank you for making it as special as it is. It's been a long time since we've been up here, but now that we remember what it's like, we're planning on getting back. Kenny, again, thanks for always believing in me and letting me go out and do what I do. Dave and Barry. God, I'm so wise now because of all your tutelage, but Scotty's laughing. Scotty, thank you very much. Like we said before, this is, he says he's going off into the sunset, and if that's possible for him to do, we know he's got to keep busy, but thank you so much for not only giving me the opportunity to play in the NHL and to win 3 Stanley Cups, but also in making me the person that I am today. So, as you know, you hear a lot about Scotty, but he's much more of a father figure to a lot of us than he'll ever let on, so thank you for that. All these guys in the back, the guys in the black that you've seen, you know, you usually see John Wharton. Whenever there's a camera, he's always around it, but you never get to see Paul Boyer, or Johnny Remedios, or Timmy Abbott, Daryl, Pete Van Zandt, or infamous Russian masseuse Chica. So these are the guys that make it happen behind the scene, and without them, none of us, especially at playoff time, would probably make it on the ice. So they're the guys that really make it happen. Also, I don't want to forget anybody who works around the Joe, when we come in here where there's practice or the games, you see the people in the gray coats, the ushers, the usherettes, the people selling you the beer, the popcorn, the people working in the merchandising in the offices, Leslie, who does our lunches every day, everybody around. These are the people that make this special too, because they live and die with the team. And I'd like to, all right. Thank you to all you guys. Also, so no one forgets, thanks to Jen, Chris, Andrea, and the whole flight crew on Redbird 2 for making our travel not only exciting at times, but also very easy. Like Scotty said, we got to travel a lot, so they make it easy. And finally, to this whole bunch of guys, I can honestly say this was the most fun I've ever had playing hockey this year. It ended the way that we wanted it to since the beginning of training camp. All the new guys that we brought in, all the guys that I've grown up with here. This is something I'll never forget. Thanks again to Norm Lynn, Cheryl, my mom, Mel, and I'd like to say a special hi to Griffin, Emerson, and Avery. Have a great summer, because we will.
Thanks, Mac. While we never see all the Red Wings on the ice in any game or playoff series, NHL teams carry a valuable contingent of backup players throughout the long regular season and the grueling playoffs. And tonight we'll meet every Red Wing, including those who had the difficult job of mostly sitting, watching, and waiting in 2002. Jesse Wallen is a promising young defenseman who played 15 regular season games for the Wings in 2001-2002. And how's this for a good omen? Jesse hails from Gordie Howe's hometown of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Let's bring up number 3, Jesse Wallen.
Thanks, Ken. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the fans here in Detroit. It's quite an exciting place for a young guy to be, and you guys are the best fans in the world. Next, I'd like to thank the entire Red Wings organization, starting with the Ilitch family, right down through management and the coaching staff, and especially my teammates, the players here, for allowing me to be a part of this year. It's been a long time and a long road for me to get here, and I didn't play a whole lot this year, but to be in the room with these guys every day, I watched most of these guys play growing up, and it's quite an experience, and I've definitely learned a lot just from watching these guys. So thank you to all you guys for letting me be here today. And just to finish off, I'd like to wish Scotty Bowman all the best in his retirement. As I said, I've been in this organization for about 6 years, and I think for probably a little over 5 of those, I used to shake in my boots every time I heard his voice. But he's an incredible man, and there's no one out there that's quite like this man. So, Scotty, I wish you all the best, and it was an honor to play for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Well, just as Jesse looks like a Red Wing of the future, our next player has the look of someone who's going to play a major role in this organization. This guy was a spark plug during the regular season, a guy I'd describe as a real disturber. Took on some of the toughest guys in the league and constantly gave all that he had. Okay, let's bring him up here. A Red Wing of the future, got in about 40 games this year, Mr. Sean Avery.
I promised the guys I wouldn't say something too outlandish up here, so I'll just make it short. Like Jesse said earlier, I just want to thank the Ilitches for giving me an opportunity to be on the greatest hockey team in the world my first year, and Kenny for signing me 3 years ago. I came to camp and was a free agent and got a contract. And obviously Scotty and the coaching staff for giving me an opportunity this year. And the guys, it was a pretty interesting year. I probably deserved a lot of the ribbing that I got, but you know, they really kind of took me under their wing and worked with me a bit, and hopefully in 2 or 3 years when some of these guys are at home watching, they can be proud of me, and I just want to thank them for giving me the opportunity, and have a good summer, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Sean. UPN 50 will be back with more from a Stanley celebration. We'll be hearing from all your favorite Red Wing players tonight. The captain, Shanny, Sergei, the Dominator, everybody. Each of them will be addressing this joyful crowd at Joe Louis Arena.
Okay, and be sure to tune in tomorrow to UPN 50 for the big Stanley Cup Parade. Coverage begins at 11:30 tomorrow morning, and we hope that you'll have a good time. You're going to be seeing complete coverage of the parade and the ceremony at Hart Plaza here on UPN 50, so don't go away. We're just getting started with the happiest show on the year, our tribute to your Stanley Cup champions, the fans of Hockey Town, a Stanley celebration.
Choose the right attorney, just call me. When there's no one you can turn to, and you're up against it all, and you need someone you can trust in, a friend that you can call. You gotta choose the right attorney, call Lee Free. Choose the right attorney, just call Lee.
Mama said don't run with scissors. Don't play with matches. Don't play in traffic. But Mama never said don't do this. What Mama don't know won't hurt her. Aggressive inline, skate the edge of sanity. Ready T for team.
I guess you'd probably describe me as an estate sale junkie.
I'm looking for a good home for this one. Could give you a very good price.
Hi. It's pretty exciting to save a big chunk of money on something you really like. I love this car. It's a 2-year-old Lincoln Town car. It was certified. It's a beautiful car, right? Just like brand new. Nice saddle. Stitching's a little frayed.
Now get 4.9% APR limited term financing on certified pre-owned Lincoln Town cars.
Like any big outfit, SBC's got all kinds of people doing all kinds of jobs. Whether they're wearing a tool belt and a hard hat or a shirt and tie, our nearly 190,000 employees, many of them third generation, are just working people, paying their taxes, helping out in their community, and working their tails off, just so you can get on the phone and ask what's for dinner. Or get on the internet and say, ship 5,000 widgets to my warehouse. Now, we know most people take the old dial tone for granted. But we don't. We can't. Ordinary people. Extraordinary job. Infinite character. SBC.
And welcome back, everybody. Well, one of the most difficult tasks on a hockey team is being backup goalie. The second man between the pipes has to be ready every game, all season long, whether he is called upon or not. He's often thrust into game situations at unexpected and pressure-filled times. Well, it's not an easy job, that's for sure. Let's bring up number 34, Manny Legace.
It's a lot easier when I have my mask on, just get hit in the head by pucks than talking up here right now. But I'd just like to, thank Kenny and the Ilitches for showing some faith in me. I played most of my career in the minors, 8 years, before I was a free agent, and they showed a lot of faith in, going with a little midget goaltender to back up some of the two greatest goaltenders I've ever had the option to play with. Chris, last year, Chris Osgood backing up Chris. Probably was the most I've ever got along with another goaltender, and we became really close friends. And it was he made my first NHL, first full season, probably the one I'll most remember and the easiest. And just like to thank him for that. And then to get to play with the greatest goaltender in my books of all time now, and he's finally put the exclamation mark on it, and Dom, and who treated me with all the respect this whole year. So it was a lot of fun. Thanks, Dom. And I just want to wish Scotty, a nice, happy retirement. I'm looking forward to telling my grandkids that I got to play for the greatest coach in NHL history, and probably in all sports. It's going to be fun. And just want to thank the guys for having a great year and an unbelievable finish. It was a fun road to watch, and getting to be in the dressing room and sit on the bench and see all the emotions. It's I just became basically a fan during the playoffs, but I got the better seat than you did. So, and just like to thank my parents. They were in the crowd, and for messing around 29 years ago. And my wife, the wife and kids are at home, and I know my son's probably running around the room giving my wife a hard time not getting ready for bed. And I just like to say hello, and I'll see you when I get home, a lot later in the morning. But I just like to thank everybody, and thank you very much.
Well, sticking with goaltenders, Jason Elliott is a young man who's the team's third line of defense. On the Red Wing roster, hockey experts expect him to have a bright future in the NHL, and he had an opportunity this year to be part of the Stanley Cup Red Wings of 2002. He's from the Northwest Territories of Canada. Meet number 38, goaltender Jason Elliott.
Well, thank you, guys. I just want to thank the owners and the coaching staff for giving me the opportunity, kind of finding me out of college about 4 or 5 years ago now, and giving me the opportunity to play for, what I think is the greatest organization in the world, in the league. I'd like to thank Jim Bedard, our goalie coach. He's kind of been there ever since I can remember, ever since I've kind of been introduced to the team in the league. And, he's believed in me and really helped me along the way. I'd like to thank Dom and Manny for, kind of putting up with me through the playoff run here, and a lot of the guys as well. I really enjoyed it, and it's once-in-a-lifetime experience, something that, as a kid, everybody's wanted to do, and just to be a part of this, and it's very exciting. And I'd also like to thank my girlfriend. The poor girl's been home for 3 months by herself, waiting for me, and wondering when it's going to end, when we're going to win. And she's got the opportunity to be here today and be in the parade tomorrow and just experience this with all of us. So thank you, everybody.
Well, one of the greatest reputations a player can develop in any sport is the title of clutch player, an athlete who comes through with big performances when the pressure is on. Our next Hockeytown hero is a guy affectionately known as Homer, but a player who really could be considered Mr. Clutch. Thomas Holmstrom notched 8 goals in the playoffs and appeared to save his best performances for the big series and the crucial games. He was explosive in the last 2 rounds, scoring the opening goals in the clinching games against Colorado and Carolina. In fact, he was in midair when he startled the Avalanche with a beautiful tipped shot. He came over from Sweden and went right to the lip of the crease. Please welcome number 96, Thomas Holmstrom.
Wow. Wow. Just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It's just it's been a great couple of days there, and it's just unbelievable to get this chance to play in such a great team, and I'm so fortunate to play with those guys. Yeah, I don't know what to say now. Well, I just want to say thank you, Mr. and Mr. Lilich, for it's a first class all the way, and it's just great. Kenny, Jim, and the coaches, Scotty. Scotty asked me why I was performing so good in the playoffs, and I said I got more ice time in the playoffs. I want to thank the trainers. He's always there early in the morning doing the coffee. Perfect. And I want to thank my beautiful wife and the Red Wings fans. Thank you, guys.
Hey, you gotta love Homer, baby. He's one of a kind.
And what a value he has been to this Red Wings team. Now, before returning to a Stanley celebration, we want to remind you that this special show will be rebroadcast tonight at 11:30 on 62 CBS, and a week from tonight, next Sunday here on UPN 50. If you're a Red Wings fan, I think you'll want to videotape this historic Stanley Cup show, unless you're doing it right now.
And we'll be right back with all the excitement from Joe Louis Arena, hearing more from your championship Red Wings of 2002 when we return with the Stanley celebration, so stay right here.
The Stanley Celebration on UPN 50, brought to you in part by Little Caesars.
Little Caesars' new deep dish pizza, guaranteed to end dinner time larceny. Take the topping fee. 2 large pizzas covered with pepperoni. The Cheese Chiseler. These pizzas loaded with cheese. The Corner Crook. A crunchy crust on every slice. The Last Slice Swiper. 2 large, 1-topping deep dish pizzas. 16 huge slices, just $13.99. Play fair and square at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Some things were made to last a long time. Some things were made to last a long time and rip up the road. They're the cars, trucks, and minivans from Dodge. See, every Dodge is covered by our Powertrain Pledge. 7 years or 100,000 miles of coverage on the hardest working parts of your vehicle, the engine and transmission. That's a promise of quality that you won't get from Ford, GM, Honda, or Toyota. If you plan on putting some miles on your vehicle, get it from the people who will be with you for the long haul. Dodge.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2002 graduating class of the Wayne County Community College District.
I'm from Allen Park. I went to the Downriver campus.
I studied electronics and computer technology.
It took a lot of work, a lot of family sacrificing.
I've been trying to get this degree forever, it seemed like, and I finally got one.
And no matter how old you are or how young you are, go for your goal.
I'm trying to give my son to, motivate him to know that college is the answer.
Took a 13-year break and then came back in '98 and finished my second degree.
My deceased parents would be pretty proud of me.
I live in Trenton, and if you came to me and asked me what college you should attend, I would definitely tell you to attend Wayne County Community College.
This is just the first step, though. I gotta keep going.
Attend Wayne County Community College District. You'll be so glad you did.
Fall registration begins soon. Apply now for financial aid.
Sam, I'm at the airport.
Hey, welcome back, pal.
You remember that conversation we had?
I sure do, buddy. Which conversation was that?
The one where I said I don't do any ads.
No ads. I really got to start writing things down.
Sam, that's the only one, right?
Absolutely. That's it. It was a one-shot deal.
Sam!
There might be 1 or 2 buses. Maybe.
What's
supposed to spend the night in the airport?
Can R&B star Gerald Levert put the romantic zip back in their trip? The Hughleys, and when Dad's away, will his daughter play?
I dare you to go in that closet with me.
Girl, this party about to get started.
One-on-one. Then, when the boyfriend moves in,
Morning, Nikki.
who'll get kicked to the curb?
He goes, or I go.
The Barkers, and
Surprise!
a trip to a new beach turns into a family reunion.
Daddy?
Monday at 8 on UPN 50.
And welcome back. As we mentioned, besides meeting all the Red Wing stars tonight, we're also hearing from the guys referred to as the Black Aces, the players who practice and travel with the team but don't see regular ice time. And you heard Scotty Bowman refer to one of those earlier, Ladislav Kohn, who's a winger who saw limited playing time during the regular season but was able to experience the thrill of the Stanley Cup playoffs with the team. The native of the Czech Republic was signed as a free agent last October. Please welcome number 15, Ladislav Kohn.
Well, I want to say thank you, all you guys, for showing up tonight. I've been on a few teams by now in Europe and over here, but you guys by far are the best hockey fans in the world, so you should give you guys a... I also want to thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Illich, Jim and Kenny, for bringing me here. The coaching staff, just like Scotty said, you know, I spend more time in the gym than on the ice, but even that, it was a great experience. Being in the same room with all the future Hall of Famers and all the great players. So I feel very fortunate that I was part of it, and hopefully I can be part of it for years to come. And you know, this has been a lot of fun, so maybe we should do this again next year.
How about this next guy? Story sounds like it could have come from Hollywood. He was acquired by the Red Wings at the trade deadline, came here with a solid reputation as a good, solid NHL defenseman. He bided his time, and he got in a very crucial situation in Game 5, and it got it going with a big hit early. Yuri Schleger stepped up to the challenge, performing just as the coaches and fans hoped he would, and earned a spot for his name on the Stanley Cup. Let's meet number 71, Yuri Schleger.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I would like to thank Illich family and all Red Wings organization to bring me here on trading deadline. I think it has been a great experience for me. Last 2 months, like Scotty was mentioning, was a lot of practicing, and I learned one thing. Coaches always tell me, be ready, stay in shape, because you never know, things change quick around here. And I guess they proved me they were right, and I appreciate it, because now I'm the Stanley Cup champion, and I'm never gonna forget. I came to a city where everybody was telling me this is a hockey town, and I tell you, you fans, prove me you are the hockey town. You guys the best. Thank you very much.
Well, what a pleasure it was to watch this next Red Wing blossom in 2002. One of the kids on the Two Kids and a Goat line with Pavel Datsyuk and Brett Hull. Boyd Devereaux made terrific progress this year, and at the age of 24, won his first Stanley Cup. His pass, a great one. Oh, save! Devereaux scores! He was all over the ice in the playoffs, forechecking, making plays in the opponent's end, notching 2 goals and 4 big assists. The rapid development of Boyd Devereaux and the other young Red Wings this year indicates a bright future for this organization. Please welcome number 21 from Seaforth, Ontario, Boyd Devereaux.
Thank you. Well, this has been obviously an amazing few days for me, and you know, obviously, I got to start off thanking the people who brought me here, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch, and particularly Kenny Holland and Jim Nill, you know, for taking a chance on me, really when a lot of people weren't too certain about my career or my health, and you know, those two guys really took a stab. And I remember the first time when I learned that they wanted to fly me in to talk to me about signing with the Red Wings. I almost couldn't believe it. I couldn't imagine coming to a better place. You know, I was a Red Wing fan growing up, so in the past 2 years since I signed have just been absolutely amazing, and I'm tremendously proud to be a Red Wing, that's for sure. And I'd also like to thank the coaching staff. These guys have been great. You know, they've taught me a lot, and certainly, you know, I want to congratulate Scotty and wish him well in his retirement. It's been a real pleasure, you know, being coached by him. And certainly last but not least, the guys. This has been one of the, you know, the greatest years of my life as far as the guys I get to play with. It was a real treat every day to play with each and every one of them, and especially, you know, I got to say Holly and Pavel too. That was real, you know, great to play with them all season. And on a personal note, I'd like to thank my mom and dad and my fiance Leah for their amazing support over the years, and especially through some tough times when you know, I didn't know what was going to happen. So thanks, everybody.
And thank you, Boyd. There are many more Red Wings to come as we will meet all of the 2002 Stanley Cup champs here at Joe Louis Arena as UPN 50's A Stanley celebration continues.
No doubt about it. We're going to hear from everybody tonight. Igor Larionov, Brett Hull, Chris Chelios, Chris Draper, Luke Robitaille. They're all due at center stage to pack right here at Joe Louis. So stay tuned. The fun will continue when we take this brief time out.
At Bell Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest out-the-door prices every day, plus free mounting, balancing, you know. But now, out-the-door pricing is even more incredible with another free extra. Buy 4 tires and get something really big. A AAA Michigan membership free for a whole year. Already a member? Show your card at Bell Tire and save even more. Hey, this may be tiny, it's a really big deal. For the best prices, the best service, and a little something extra.
Bell Tire.
You've probably felt the thrill of anticipation. The dice tumbling down the table. But at Casino Windsor, feel it so much more. With 10 times odds on craps and a currency exchange rate that gives you up to 50% more. Casino Windsor. Absolutely more of what you're looking for.
I'm Bob Allison for Bobson Construction. Why buy plastic windows when you can have beautiful maintenance-free wooden windows for less? Bobson windows are custom-sized, come in any color or style, and cost less than plastic windows. Bobson Construction even offers in-house financing. For over 50 years, Bobson Construction has been a name you can trust. Call now and get a house full of windows for just $93 a month with a lifetime warranty.
Call Bobson Construction right now at 1-866-BOBSON-1.
Cold filtered MGD. Pure beer for a pure night out.
It's time to get outdoors. And now your Jeep dealer will get you out there with a down payment matchup on all Jeep vehicles. We'll match your $1,000 down payment. And on select Grand Cherokees, add a $1,500 cash allowance for a total of $3,500 down. Plus, get our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge. Great products, great value, great protection. It's a real matchup. See your Jeep dealer today. It all ends soon.
And welcome back once again, everybody. Our next Red Wings saw quite a bit of action during the regular season. Max Kuznetsov played in 39 games, recording 1 goal and using his great size to the Red Wings' advantage. Please welcome the big man, Number 32, Max Kuznetsov.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks, Kenny. This is probably the biggest moment in my life to be a part of it, and I don't have that many words to say like how amazing it is. And I just want to say thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Illich, and thanks to managers, Kenny, thanks to coaches, Barry, Dave Lewis, and Scotty Bowman, and thanks to my teammates. I was enjoying to be with them, and thanks to everybody, thanks to the fans. That's probably all.
Our next guest came to America from his native Germany and signed with the Buffalo Sabres when Scotty Bowman was there. Following some great seasons in Colorado, where he scored a cup-clinching goal in '96, Uwe joined the Red Wings as a highly sought free agent in '98. But has seen limited time playing here. He continues to work hard from injuries, and his all-star status he has enjoyed in the NHL. So please welcome number 4, Uwe Krupp.
I would like to begin by by congratulating my teammates on winning the Stanley Cup, and by thanking the Illich family for assembling one of the greatest group of players that has ever been assembled in NHL history. There's some people that have done a lot of work behind the scenes with me over the last few years, and especially Johnny Wharton and Pete Van Zandt. Pete and I, we have spent many hours in the training room trying to get myself back on the ice, and Pete, thank you for all your help. The coaching staff with Barry and Louie, who've I always felt were in my corner and have been real supportive throughout the years. I wish, looking back at the last 4 years, that I could have put on this sweater a few more times and walked out of that tunnel and helped play for this team and this town. Last but not least, I want to thank my wife, who's been on my side over the last 6 years, and especially over the last 4 years here in Detroit. Some of those days have not been that easy. I shouldn't finish without mentioning the person that has been influential in getting me over to North America. If it wasn't for Scotty Bowman, who recruited me out of Germany, a country that has never produced an NHL player 19 years ago, I would have never come to this great country and had the life that I've experienced over the last almost 2 decades. So thank you, Scotty. And thank you, Detroit.
One of the young Red Wings who took his game to a new level this year was the speedy defenseman and, well, occasionally forward, Matthew Dandino. Matthew played in all but one of the Wings' regular season games, appeared in every postseason contest as a defenseman whose speed often saw him leading the attack into the opponent's zone. Two up, Dandino scores! Right from the wing! A third Stanley Cup for Matthew Dandino, and this time he actually got to play in it. Number 11, Matthew Dandino.
Thank you. Well, I got a lot of people to thank here. Mr. and Mrs. I, you guys have been great to me and my family. Everybody, the coaches, show me, they had a lot of patience in me, you know, back, forward defense, sticking with me. Scotty, you've been great to me. You taught me a lot, and I think one of the most important things, when I was brought here at a young age, was, you know, to
I had to sit and watch a lot, but he told me, watch these guys, and I think that's the guys I got to thank the most. Is, you know, they've been great to me ever since I've been here. You couldn't ask of a better situation for me. Having leaders, you know, the Steve Eiserman, Nicholas Lindstrom, you know, Chris Chelios, Drapes, and he's not even here. Where is he? And all these guys, D-Mac, and everybody. I mean, these guys are great, and you know, I'm just thankful to have played this year in the finals, and I'd like to thank my partenaire, Steve Duchesne. We had a great time back there on the fence. Dookie, wait till you see his smile. And so I'm just happy, you know, for the organization to brought in the guys that they did, and you know, because we're a winning team, and that's one of the most important things that I've learned being around here is that this place is a winning town, we're a winning team, we're a class act organization, and we're here to win some Stanley Cup, and you know, I'm just thankful to be part of it, and you guys are the greatest fans. Thank you.
You know, you look around this Red Wing team, which is famous for its Hall of Famers and older veterans, and it dawns on you there's a terrific young nucleus here developing under our own noses. We've already heard from Mr. Dandenault, Avery, and Devereaux, and now we come to another promising young rookie who got in a little bit of the playoffs this year, much more to come. At 21 years old, Jason scored 8 goals in 25 regular season games and impressed everyone with his hustle in 9 playoff games. Signed as a free agent in the year 2000. He's got a bright future with the Red Wings. From London, Ontario, number 29, Jason Williams.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the Ilitch family for bringing me here to Detroit. Kenny Holland and definitely the coaching staff for you know, giving me a chance to play here. It seemed I was at a point in my career where I didn't think anybody wanted me, and for them to give me the chance to play here in Detroit's been you know, great, and the last 2 years have been just spectacular. I'd also like to thank the training staff, my teammates. I'd have to thank the Renaissance Center, the Livonia Marriott, and the Dearborn Inn for providing me for a roof over my head for the last year. And I'd also like to say, I'd like to, you know, hopefully the Dearborn Inn will take in, they're watching this right now, and they can take a few movie charges off my room. Just this again, it's been a great experience. My last 2 years here to win a Stanley Cup and be a part of it was something I'll never forget. You know, I'd just like to thank the guys I played with, and the whole organization. It's just been great, and especially you fans. You guys are definitely the best hockey fans in the world. Thank you.
Hey, Jace, just in case you don't find a place, I'm sure Chelios has a room in the back of one of those cars he owns. I think Mickey had a good point there, by the way, Chuck. The Red Wings are a team, definitely, with kids like Jason Williams, Datsuk, Fisher, among the others, really developed this year, and they give Detroit fans a lot of hope for the great future.
And we'll be hearing from those young stars like Datsuk and Fisher in just a little bit, along with all those future Hall of Fame Red Wings who brought the Stanley Cup back to our town. So don't go away. We'll be right back live on UPN 50 from the Joe Louis Arena.
The Stanley Celebration on UPN 50, brought to you in part by Lee Steinberg.
Each of these wrecked cars were driven by people just like you. The drivers were all seriously injured. The accidents were not even their fault. And even more frustrating, just when you need your insurance company the most, you can't always trust them to make things right. That's when you need to call Lee Steinberg at 1-800-LEE-FREE. He'll make things right. When injured, choose the right attorney. Call 1-800-LEE-FREE.
Choose the right attorney, just call Lee.
Come on, hon, just tell me what soaps you want. This isn't really my kind of place.
Dad, I told you, lilac.
Lilac? Just use the stuff I got at the hotel.
Dad.
That's Nextel, right?
Yes.
And the chamomile, too, and a honeysuckle.
How about just some soap-scented soap?
It's that cell phone with the walkie-talkie, right?
Yeah.
So cool.
You should do their commercials.
Commercials? I want to be a serious actress.
Well, I've been a nurse a long time, but even I can't remember when there wasn't a Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I had asthma when I was a kid, and sometimes my parents would have to take me to the hospital. Mom would say to Dad, "Don't forget the card." And I always knew it was the Blue Cross Blue Shield card.
It's only a card, I know. And they're certainly not perfect, but one thing's for sure, that the Blues are different than other insurance companies.
For one thing, they're local. If I want to talk to somebody, I'm not calling 3 time zones away.
The Blues are a safety net. They take care of people instead of looking for excuses not to.
I just think it's very comforting, knowing that Blue Cross has been around for so long, and that they always will be. At least you hope so.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan is a nonprofit corporation and an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Had enough of mild? Go wild. Go from ordinary to outrageous at the Dodge Summer Event. We'll take your down payment and give it real muscle. We'll match it up to $1,000 on almost every new Dodge. That's in addition to cash allowances up to $2,500. For a down payment of up to $4,500. Plus, get our 7-100 powertrain pledge. So get up, get wild at the Dodge Summer Event.
Welcome back. A little while ago, I described Sean Avery as a major disturber. Well, our next Red Wing may be the king of disturbers. He's a hard-nosed player, a physical force who has the hands to be able to score goals at the right time. He can burn an opponent. He scored some key goals, inspiring his team during the Wings playoff run, while also driving other teams nuts with his aggressive play. Let's take a look. This guy was a 50-goal scorer in minor hockey in junior and a genuine two-way threat. Let's welcome a 3-time Stanley Cup champion, Kirk Maltby.
Thanks, Mick. First and foremost, I'd just like to thank the Ilitch family for everything they've done for everyone, and management, coaching staff. It's been a great 6 years here. Real privilege to be able to be a part of 3 Stanley Cup champions, and hopefully there'll be a few more. The training staff, they do a lot of hard work that goes unnoticed, and we're glad that they're on our side. To you guys are the best fans everywhere. On the road, we have red and white jerseys, and it's like a home game for us. But this building is great, and we're glad you guys are able to be a part of it. My teammates for such a great year, and especially Darren and Chris. Although Darren and I had to bring Chris back to reality after playing with Brendan and Sergey all year, but it was really enjoyable. So also, I'd like to just thank my family, my girlfriend Wendy, and her family for all their support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a great summer. Thanks.
There are 2 good ways to describe our next Red Wing. First, he's a happy warrior, a veteran defenseman with a zest for the game of hockey and for life. That may be an apt description of him, but I bet he prefers another title. After 16 years in the National Hockey League, Steve Duchesne is finally a Stanley Cup champion. And who will ever forget, in Carolina, Game 3, when a puck came off Steve's stick and knocked out 6 teeth. And yet, there he was in the 6th period, triple overtime on the ice when Igor Larionov scored that beautiful goal. Please welcome for the first time as a Stanley Cup champion, number 28, Steve Duchesne.
I tell you what, I look at these trophies here, not bad for a bunch of old guys, huh? We did good. I was a little nervous about coming talk to you guys today because as we all know, I lost a lot of teeth. So the boys, Shanny and the boys, prepared a little speech for me, which is wonderful. That's how close we are in this team. So I haven't read it yet. I'm going to look at it right now. This speech will be short and sweet. Certain stars superseded serious Stanley Cup superstitions. Simply stated, it sure is special. Salutation to all. So long for now. See you soon in September in Traverse City. Sincerely, Steve Duchesne. Wow. There's a lot of S's in that speech. I'd like to thank the Ilitch family. What a year. Thank you so much for, getting me here, and it was wonderful. I hope I can stay a little longer. But the organization, Kenny, the coaches, thank you so much. Scotty, oh man, I will never forget you. I'm just getting to know you. Are you sure you gotta go? I wish you all the best. Thank you. If you have a chance to kiss these guys like I did that night at Stanley Cup, oh my God, it's the sweetest thing. I love kissing these guys. Thank you so much. I will never forget you guys. You don't know how much it means to me and my family, and oh wow, this is unbelievable. Oh man, I'm so nervous. I'd like to thank that one guy in LA. I hope he's watching tonight. He's sitting behind the bench in LA, and every time we go there, oh, I never hated somebody like that in my whole life, but I go on the ice and he go, Duchesne, give me my money back, Duchesne. Oh my God. Next year I'm gonna bring the Stanley Cup ring, and I can't wait to walk by him and just show it to him, so. I've been playing for 16 years, and I've been in a lot of cities, and I can tell you, by far, you guys, this is the greatest city in the world to play hockey. Thank you, Hockey Town.
Well, folks, we've heard from some of the rookies tonight, and now we're going to introduce another rookie that not many people knew much about when this season started. But they sure do now that the season is over. Let's take a look.
Datsyuk scores! Oh, 7 hands! That guy's got it! Pavel Datsyuk wrapped that baby! It's 1-0 Red Wings!
This 23-year-old Russian gave every indication of becoming a major NHL player. One of the two kids alongside veteran Brett Hull. Pavel's hypnotic stick handling, skating, and passing grew more impressive with each month. He came up with 11 and 24 for 35 points in the regular season. That was great. He did even better in the playoffs. And in triple overtime in Carolina, he undressed a couple of Carolina guys, and I think their jock straps are still hanging off the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, number 13, Pavel Datsyuk.
I would like to thank all my teammates, coaching staff, management, family Ilitch, on the fans. Thank you to all of you.
not Suk, a special kid, reminds you of a young Igor Larionov. He's a magician with the puck, and I think he is going to be a major star.
And his English is getting better. We'll be hearing from his veteran line mate Brett Hull soon, along with more Red Wing stars, including Luc Robitaille, right after this break, so don't go away. There's a whole lot more to come on a Stanley celebration, including a special music video, Let 'Em See Red, when we return to Joe Louis Arena after this. Saluting both our 2002 Stanley Cup champions and the fans gathered here at the Joe Louis Arena. Now, with that in mind, let's take a look now at a special music video prepared by UPN 50 celebrating the 2002 playoffs when the Detroit Red Wings and the passionate fans of Hockeytown put on their colors and let them see red on their way to the Stanley Cup.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, may we suggest you remove your hat?
Our next Red Wing is one of the greatest scorers in the National Hockey League history. When he came to the team as a free agent last summer, he was considered to be one of the trio of newcomers who could put the Red Wings over the top. And now, number 20, along with future Hall of Famers Dominik Hasek and Brett Hull, helped this team do that. And Luc won the first championship of his illustrious career.
Way is Robitaille in a break. Robitaille in alone. Scores! Luc Robitaille!
And it's not that puck up high. Robitaille scores!
He netted 30 goals during the regular season, giving him an awesome total of 620 for his NHL career. He's already at the mic. He's all yours, gang. Number 20, Luc Robitaille.
Well, I got a lot of thank yous to say, so I'll start by saying thank you guys to the fans. I mean, you guys are just, they don't call it Hockeytown for no reason, so thanks. It's been a great year. The first thing I want to say is just last summer we made a big commitment, my family and I, and just want to say thanks to my wife and my kids for traveling all those thousands of miles this year, back and forth, going through everything, and thanks, guys. And better, now they're coming to stay with me next year, so make things a lot easier. It's going to be a lot more fun. And I want to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch and Ken Holland for bringing me here and giving me an opportunity to enjoy this weekend, which has been a dream come true. I mean, I've dreamt about it my whole life, and could never thank you enough. I mean, it's been incredible. And I want to say thank you for giving us, the hockey players, an opportunity to play for an organization where the only thing that matters is winning. And when you have the opportunity as a hockey player to come here and to see, you know, the quality of people that works around and everything is first class, where nothing matters but winning. That's what you happen at the end. You end up lifting the Stanley Cup, and that's why this team has been great for 10 years, and I could really see it and honestly see it, you know, from playing with our organization. So thank you for that. And, you know, everything trickles down from the ownership and the training staff. You guys work so hard, you know, and when you're an older player, you come with a lot of baggage. You got a lot of different demands all the time. You're kind of a nagging old lady, and thanks, guys, for putting up with me all those times. And to the coaching staff, Barry and Dave, thank you very much. Joe Kosher, too. These guys always talk to me through, you know, sometimes, you know, you go through ups and downs throughout the years, and they were always there. And Scotty, I mean, it was a privilege to play for the greatest coach of all time. So thank you. And that's true. And to my teammates, what can I say? I mean, it's just the greatest team I've ever had the opportunity to play with, the greatest teammates, and what a ride it was. I mean, it was just a lot of fun, and I can never, ever thank you guys enough for what you've done and helped me accomplish. And to Stevie, best leader I've ever seen. Best. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke. What a story. Luc Robitaille this season with the Red Wings. Don't go away. Things are just beginning to warm up, if you can believe it, here at the Joe.
And when we return to a Stanley celebration, we'll hear from Chris Draper, Frederick Olofsson, and Erie Fisher. They'll be followed by Brendan Shanahan, Sergei Fedorov, and our parade of Stanley Cup stars continues. See you right after this timeout.
I know what a great deal means, I know what a great value means, but I don't know what insalubrious means. I make the kind of deals that even I can't beat. But if I could, who's to say I couldn't beat it again and again? Then eventually it would be free. That doesn't make good business sense.
ABC Warehouse. No big words, just the closest thing to wholesale.
Get this DVD player with Kodak Picture CD capability, only $59.88 or less.
Dude, your roommate. Mike, just go for it.
You're right.
This'll improve your odds.
I'm in.
Mike is so smart.
Mike is so funny.
Mike is smart and funny.
VoiceStream gives you so many minutes, there's no limit to how you can use them. Don't pay more, just get more.
You're dating Mike?
Mike is so smart. Mike is so funny.
Jessica Sheets owns a Hyundai Accent.
It looks great. There's enough room to fit all your friends in there.
It comes with the freedom of America's best warranty.
It tells me that Hyundai is there for me as the customer.
And the Accent has so many standard features, no wonder it's the best-selling car in its class.
The Accent was a great deal. I got exactly what I was looking for a great price.
The Hyundai Accent at just $8,994. It could be your best value, too.
Freedom is calling, yeah.
See your Greater Michigan Hyundai dealer today.
What's your? It's only 99 cents, so come on in, oh boy. Get your Mickey D's favorites and some new choices too. You can find them all the
and tasty. McNuggets, fries, and a lot more. Now on the new Mickey D's 99-cent menu.
So come get a big and tasty and some new choices too. They're all on the Mickey D's 99-cent menu. Woo!
Our next Stanley Cup champion was both dependable and spectacular in the year 2002. He had his best regular season with 15 goals, and he put the grind in the grind line in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's take a look.
Hey, look at me. I'm Chris Draper. I got a wicked slapper. Oh, look at me. I'm Chris Draper. I kill penalties like nobody's business. Hey, Coach, can I wash your car, Coach?
Chris was one of 3 Red Wings to see action in all 82 games this year. His speed has always been a great asset, and he used it in particular advantage throughout the playoffs. He seemed to be all over the ice, a breakaway threat every time, every game. Along with number 25 and number 18, they pressured opponents every game with their relentless style of play. The Grinders surprised everybody, and most offensive force Drapes, who didn't play on the power play, had the 5th highest number of shots on goal during the playoffs. He carried the play throughout 4 rounds. What a great year it was for number 33. Please welcome Chris Draper.
Thank you. You know, what an unbelievable year. For me personally, to get an opportunity to finally get rid of playing with Kirk and Mac, and to play with Sergei and Shanny, it was just it was unbelievable regular season. And then, I mean, here we go again, playoff time. I got to play with those 2 guys again. But I mean, in all honesty, it's a great line to play with. It's a lot of fun. We have a good bond on and off the ice. And it's, you know, no matter who you play with and you look at what we've accomplished, it's unbelievable. And, you know, it's just great to be the Stanley Cup champs again. I'd like to, you know, fans, you guys, everyone knows how this whole team feels about you guys. You know, it's unbelievable. You guys come here, you know, it's Sunday night, here you are again, you know, cheering us on, supporting us. Tomorrow is going to be probably well over 1 million people at a parade again. So just like to thank the fans. Like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch and the whole Ilitch family. It's been unbelievable. Who would have thought that I'd be here? You know, 9 years, 3 Stanley Cups. It's unbelievable. Kenny Holland, who played a couple mind games with me a couple times, but you know, we prevailed and we're still here. It's you know, unbelievable. I'd like to thank Barry and Dave, who guys have a lot of fun with. Our associate coaches are two of the greatest assistant or associate coaches that a team can have, and their role is unbelievable, what they do, all the little things. And I'd just like to thank them for being patient and helping me out whenever. I'd like to thank Scotty. I remember when I was playing in Adirondack, and Scotty came down to watch one of the games, and he told me that just keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to call you up. You're going to get an opportunity to play with the Detroit Red Wings. And you know, first thing I did, called my mom and dad, told them that I think Scotty's going to give me a chance to come out and play with Detroit, and really the only coach that I feel that I've ever played for. I just like to thank him for the opportunity that he's given me, and just to be a 3-time Stanley Cup champ and to play for the greatest coach ever. It's awesome. Thank you very much, Scotty. And then also, you know, just, you know, I thank my line mates, but I'd like to thank the rest of, where are all my teammates? But I'd like to, you know, thank my teammates. What an unbelievable group of guys we had. You know, we went out, the trading for Dom, the signings that we signed. You know, I never had a dull moment. I got to sit beside Brett Hull the whole year, and I can honestly say that my left ear is killing me. But it's unbelievable how much Hully has helped me out. He always has things to say. Sometimes you don't want to hear him, but a lot of the times he's right, and that's what makes you mad. But Hully was awesome. All the guys, everybody, Dom, to see yourself carry the Stanley Cup, unbelievable. Every day we through the playoffs had a little routine with Dom, and I would always say, "Good morning, Dominator," and it was just unbelievable to see the fire in his eye, and to see him to come here and to be a Stanley Cup champ. It's unbelievable. Same with Luke and Freddie and Steve and all the guys that first time. I think that's why it makes this so much special. Fortunate for us, we've won it before, and then you just see that these guys wanted to come here to be Stanley Cup champs, and they are. So I'd like to thank my teammates. Unbelievable. I'm so happy to be a part of it with you guys. And then lastly, I'd just like to thank my wife, who's at home with my two kids, Kennedy and Keenan, and my mom and dad and my in-laws. They're unbelievable. So I just feel very fortunate, everything that's gone on. And once again, I get to call myself a Stanley Cup champ. Thank you.
And let's meet another Stanley Cup hero, a guy who will be remembered forever in Hockey Town for one of the most dramatic and important goals in Red Wings history. Defenseman Fredrik Olausson. They call him Smiling Fred, but it was Red Wing fans who were left smiling for the fact that he returned from Sweden to the National Hockey League and is now a Stanley Cup champion for the first time, Fredrik Olausson.
Thank you. It's been a tumultuous few days here. First of all, winning the Cup a few days ago, and can't quite remember if it's been one or two parties in between then and now. And finding out, coming down here tonight and being told that I've retired, which I have not done yet. So it's been a few tough days and a few great days. Yeah, this is a dream come true for me, as for a lot of guys that are sitting behind me. And I just want to thank my wife and kids for putting up with me for all these years. In the end, we're finally there. And to my extended family, my teammates and training staff, who I'll remember not only for their great talent, but for their big hearts and passion for hockey. Coaching staff for the guidance. Do I include you too there, Brett? Oh, thank you. And Detroit organization with the Ilitch family at the head. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Kenny Holland and Jim Nill for bringing me over so I can stand here today. It's been a fantastic ride, and to the special fans of Detroit, you rock.
This team was known around the hockey world for its many veterans and its future Hall of Famers. But there's a 21-year-old kid on this team that's been here a couple of years and just beginning to be a big part of this future. Jiri Fischer's development in this year was something to behold. A young defenseman rarely mature as quickly as he had, especially this year. He was a rock on the blue line all year long, and especially in the playoffs, he seemed to come into his own. And boy, oh boy, set up some great goals. What a great play he made to Igor Larionov in Carolina for a pretty goal to put the ice on it. He's one of the guys that we can look forward to being a physical force, as you saw in the playoffs. Yes, he missed Game 5, but he's going to get a lot more in the future. Number 2, Jiri Fischer.
Okay, this day about 4 years ago, that was before I got even drafted in '98. I probably would have laughed if someone told me that I'm going to stand up here, talk to you guys, and be able to carry the Stanley Cup for at least part of this summer. And one of the reasons why I would have laughed, because Detroit was the only team that never talked to me. I don't know why that happened. Probably organization didn't like me enough, didn't think I was important enough, but things have changed. So thank you very much, guys. I would like to thank the Lich's family. Thank you very much, guys, for letting me to be part of this organization. General manager, thanks, Kenny. Jim Nill, being very patient with me. Coaching staff, thank you very much, guys. Being patient also, working hard with me, especially Dave Lewis, my first rookie year 3 years ago. And making me appreciate every chance I get on the ice. It's not easy being a young guy in Detroit. I realized that, and I appreciate every time I can get on the ice for a little bit. And 4 years ago, there were two people in my life that after I got drafted, I wasn't really sure if this is the right place to be. Then these two people are my parents. They're sitting in the stands right now. They're looking at me, Mom and Dad. No one has said it yet today. Today is a special day for a lot of guys in the stands right now, and I would love to be the first to say that Happy Father's Day, Dad. This is this is a very special moment for me, and I know my parents are probably going through a heart attack right now, but hold on, guys, and we're gonna be down here shortly, so we wanna cool down or something. So anyway, I would love to thanks to everybody here, my teammates, being very supportive all season long, and especially in Game 5 that I unfortunately couldn't play, and I really regret what I did in Game 4, but one of the things that I've learned in this organization is playing hard out there every night, no matter what happens. And the guy that taught me the most is wearing number 24. His name is Chris Chelios. I feel very privileged that I was able to play with him this season along the side, and that he treated me like a partner. Thanks very much, Chili. And obviously everybody knows about our age difference. There's almost 20 years between us, so there's nothing wrong with that, but I would love to say Happy Father's Day, Chili, too. So. No offense, just kidding, just kidding. So, and all of you guys, thank you very much. You make us feel like at home every night. Thanks for coming to the stands every night, 41 games a year, and this is really special to be part of something that worked out well, and carrying this Stanley Cup for a little bit. So thank you guys, and hopefully see you tomorrow.
I think you'll agree, what a great mix to see this veterans and kids together who make up the Red Wings, the 2002 Stanley Cup champs. We just heard from Draper, Olofsson, and Jiri Fischer. A great combination of talent, experience, and certainly youth.
And we've got some big guys yet to come. Our next speakers will be Brendan Shanahan and Sergei Fedorov, to be followed by Chelly, Hull, Larionov, Lidstrom, Hasek, and the captain, Steve Yzerman. You don't want to miss a second of this, so stay tuned to UPN 50. We'll be back with more excitement from the JLA and our Stanley celebration after this.
The The Stanley Celebration on UPN 50, brought to you in part by Bell Tire.
Don't miss Hot Wheels Cool Nights, June 28th through 30th in Pontiac. An incredible free festival for the whole family, featuring a car show with classics, hot rods, muscle cars, and more. Plus awesome entertainment, a carnival for the kids, 75 free concerts including LL Cool J, fireworks, great food, and more. For more info, call 248-334-4600 or go to HotWheelsCoolNights.com. Hot Wheels Cool Nights, June 28th through 30th in Pontiac. Admission is free. Don't miss it. Presented by Bell Tire, Fifth Third Bank, Soaring Eagle Casinos, and Comcast.
You've probably felt the thrill of anticipation. The dice tumbling down the table. But at Casino Windsor, feel it so much more. With 10 times odds on craps and a currency exchange rate that gives you up to 50% more. Casino Windsor, absolutely more of what you are looking for.
Just announced, Ford Division will waive your first month's payment on most 2002 models in stock for AZ and D-Plan employees. Up to $400 in savings when you buy or lease through Ford Credit. It's all to kick off our June sales event. Plus, now all AXZ and D-Plan employees and eligible family members get an additional $500 bonus cash on Taurus to lower your monthly payment. So hurry, the Ford Division Waive Payment Program ends July 1st. Get to your Metro Detroit Ford dealer today.
It's happening now. Gardner White makes history with this amazing offer. You pay nothing for 18 months with no minimum purchase required. It's Gardner White's ultimate furniture sale. Major markdowns on every item with no down payment, not 1 cent of interest, not one payment for 18 months on each and every item you choose. You cannot find a better furniture deal. Pay absolutely nothing for 18 months with no minimum purchase required. It all ends Monday. The ultimate sale at Gardner White. Hurry.
When you come to my office at the Huntington, you are the king for the day.
There's a feeling like it's a local hometown bank.
Sometimes when I call a customer to say,
how are you doing? What's new?
They really are taken aback by that.
That customer knows your name.
We're all in business for the customer.
We're making them number one.
You're going to be recognized as an individual.
And that comes across to the customer.
You don't want a salesperson, you want a relationship.
Relationship banking. That's the lifeblood of what we're all about.
I'm Bruce Nyberg, East Michigan president, and we're building a brand new Huntington.
Hi, I'm Chuck Gatica. Join us, the Breakfast Club, for the most fun and the most soft rock all morning. 20 in a row, commercial free to start your workday. 100.3 WNIC.
KFC popcorn chicken. All white breast meat, crunchy, juicy. It's so good, there's only one way to make it better. Make it free. On Thursday, June 20th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., come into KFC and try popcorn chicken free.
A good thing happened to the Red Wing organization at the start of the 96-97 season. The Big Irishman came to Detroit. Yes, he scores a lot of goals, but he also does a lot of other things that are pretty important that don't make the score sheet. He's a power forward. He battles out there. He plays good defensively. Does a lot of the small things that make up for big things at the end of it. And hard to put on a score sheet what he does when he's not putting the puck in the net, but he came up big when he needed to in a couple of big games against Colorado and Carolina. You know him and you love him. A town favorite, you bet. Number 14. Brendan Shanahan.
First, people I'd like to thank are you, the fans. It's just been incredible to play here. It's when we had the new players coming, we were telling them what it's going to be like all season long and what it was going to be like in the playoffs. And it's kind of funny, after we, in the third round, we lost in overtime to Colorado in Game 5, and people were still sitting in their seats, and they didn't know what to do. And on the way to the airport, a few of us were talking, and one thing we all said was, if we can go into Colorado in Game 6, come up with a big victory, then go home for a Game 7, if we score the first goal, our fans are going to stand up and cheer the rest of the game. You guys were a big part of that Game 7 victory. you're a big part of us coming up with that huge effort, and that's what set us on to the Stanley Cup Final. So we thank you for that. You know, it was a difficult summer last year after we were knocked out in the first round, and there would have been a lot of organizations that would have cut back on the team. And I just want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch, Chris, Denise, Kenny. You guys went the other way. You went out and got the players that we needed. And, you know, it's kind of funny. I remember where I was. I was in a hotel. I was on a golf tournament, and I was coming home one night, and the doorman says, you guys just got Dominik Hasek. And I thought, wow, that's unbelievable. And a couple days later, I found out that we signed Freddie Olofsson, and I was shocked that he was still playing hockey, but I was excited about that. Then we signed Luc Robitaille, and I called Luke several times to welcome him to the team, but he never returned my calls. But I welcomed him nevertheless. And then about a month later, Kenny Holland calls me at home, and he says, what do you think about Brett Hull? And I said, great guy. He's going to help our team. Sign him. So Kenny called me back the next day, and he said, in order to sign Brett Hull, we're going to need you to defer some money. I said, Kenny, Brett's no spring chicken. So it's just great that they were able to bring in the new guys, and we had some young guys coming up and made a huge difference to our team and our overall depth. It was amazing. The coaching staff, thank you guys very much. The past 6 years have been unbelievable since I've been here. 3 cups, 6 years. You guys have been huge. Barry, Louie, Scotty. Scotty, I was really shocked. I was really touched with the kind words you said about me. And someone said that, you know, you're hardest on the ones that you love the most. Scotty, you must really, really love me. But I'd also like to thank my wife, Catherine. As you know, she, the first night of the playoffs, she told me that she was pregnant with, you know, our first. And as it turns out, our first and second. It was just you know, the wives and the families have to make such a sacrifice during the playoffs. And, you know, we're so focused, and I mean, that poor girl, she's been sick for the last 3 months, and she's got to watch me scarf down spaghetti and steak every night, and I thank her for that. And I'd also like to thank my teammates. You know, it's just been an incredible bond that we've developed here. It's a great family. We just had what most people would consider a perfect season, and it's just a fantastic way to finish it. We'll have this together for always. And I'd like to say to the guys who have just won their first cup, especially Dominik, the only thing better than winning your first cup is winning your second cup. So thank you.
Yeah, keep working him, Brendan, and that's pretty good. A gold medal, Stanley Cup, Twins on the way. What a great year. What a pleasure and honor to introduce this next player, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better or more dominant two-way forward in hockey than our next Hockeytown hero, Sergei Fedorov.
Why do they go? Fedorov scores! Sergei Fedorov wins it! Shot! Shot by Kluche! Rebound! Scores! There by Hall. Fedorov to the goal. Hall feeding it where he's going. Scores!
What an outstanding playoff Sergei Fedorov had, and to think he never went more than 2 games without at least 1 point, and that only happened once. Three-time Stanley Cup champion, number 91, Sergei Fedorov.
Thank you very much. Just to loosen everybody up, I just want to say we got our party back, so let's party. I like to thank everybody in our organization. I cannot stress enough how fortunate and lucky I was when I came here to Detroit, to the hockey town. I'd like to thank ownership, the best ownership on earth. Mr. Ilitch, Mrs. Ilitch, Chris, Denise, thank you. Especially Denise, because she let me stay in her house first 10, 14 days when I just came. It was an unbelievable experience because that family showed me right away that the Detroit Red Wings organization has a family. They treat you like one. Thank you. I'd like to thank also Kenny Holland because he's got a tough job. And Kenny, you did an outstanding job so many years. And 3 cups we won because of your selection, because of your smart decisions, and it was a pleasure working with you. I'd like to also thank our coaches. They're the best ever group that I ever worked with. Dave, Barry, Scotty, thank you very much for making me person and the player that I am right now. And also, most of all, this experience in the last 2-3 days really sunk into me, and it is no better feeling to be part of what we accomplished. And I want to thank fans. Thank you very much for your support. It's been great. Time to party. Thank you very much.
Well, we heard 2 fan favorites, 2 guys everyone loves. Brendan Shanahan and Sergei Fedorov, great players, great champions.
Okay, and we're going to return here on UPN 50 to the Stanley Celebration. We'll be hearing from the entire future wing of the Hockey Hall of Fame. Chris Chelios, Brett Hall, Igor Larionov, Nick Lidstrom, Dominic Hasek, and the captain himself, Stevie Y. Don't want to miss that, so hang in there, baby. We're coming right back.
The Stanley Celebration on UPN 50 brought to you in part by Little Caesars.
Little Caesars new deep dish pizza, guaranteed to end dinner time larceny. Take the topping fee. 2 large pizzas covered with pepperoni. The cheese chiseler. These pizzas loaded with cheese. The corner crook. A crunchy crust on every slice. The last slice swiper. 2 large, 1-topping deep dish pizzas. 16 huge slices, just $13.99. Play fair and square at Little Caesars. Pizza.
What's wrong, Jim?
I think I've grown a second evil head.
Oh, I'm sorry. What if we go get a refreshing Mike's Hard Iced Tea? Would that help?
I didn't know Mike's made a hard iced tea.
You bet they do.
A hard day calls for a hard iced tea. Make it Mike's.
This week, nobody's hotter than Wallside. During Wallside's sizzling summer sale, we've turned up the heat with prices and offers no other window company can touch. Keep the heat out with free low E-glass, Keep cool with free argon gas. Save on every window Wallside makes. Plus, get an extra $100 off when you present this coupon. It's in this week's Shopwise, or ask your salesperson, or go to wallside.com. Wallside's sizzling summer sale, now through Saturday. Call 1-800-521-7800.
Sam, I'm at the airport.
Hey, welcome back, pal.
You remember that conversation we had?
I sure do, buddy. Which conversation was that?
The one where I said I don't do any ads.
No ads. I really got to start writing things down.
Sam, that's the only one, right?
Absolutely. That's it. It was a one-shot deal.
Sam!
There might be one or two buses. Maybe.
Some things were made to last a long time. Some things were made to last a long time and rip up the road. They're the cars, trucks, and minivans from Dodge. See, every Dodge is covered by our Powertrain Pledge. 7 years or 100,000 miles of coverage on the hardest working parts of your vehicle, the engine and transmission. That's a promise of quality that you won't get from Ford, GM, Honda, or Toyota. If you plan on putting some miles on your vehicle, get it from the people who will be with you for the long haul. Dodge.
UPN 50 Nightside, Monday. Busting the bad guys and putting them where they belong. UPN 50 and Crime Stoppers teaming up to take out the trash. Monday at 10, watch UPN 50 Nightside.
Ross's girlfriend is heading for spring break.
What's this?
The bathing suit?
To wear in front of people?
Without Ross.
Just going down there to hang out with my friends.
Next Friends.
Monday at 7 on UPN 50.
Okay, gang, welcome back. And this question is going to be asked years from now. It'll be a good trivia question. Who led the regular season in plus-minus, and who led the playoffs in plus-minus in 2002?
Chelios scores! Game over! Chelios firing, scores! Chris Chelios!
Well, this guy takes no prisoners when he plays. You folks know that from seeing the way he played in Chicago and now here in Detroit and a little bit in Montreal as well. He plays hard every night. He played banged up again this year, and he's an all-time warrior. That's all I can say, and that'll go down as in his history. Welcome, number 24, Chris Chelios.
All right. Okay, I'm going to try and enjoy this. I don't like microphones but first I'm going to go right after Fish, okay? Because of the age thing, and it's been a long year with him and a great year, but I can't say enough about him. What a great kid. You guys are so fortunate to have a player like that, so young, so very young in your organization, but you're in for a treat with him. You know, I couldn't be happier for myself and my teammates, but to see Fish with his parents here, and I've gotten to know his father. The language problem isn't a problem anymore, especially after the last couple of days at the parties. It's been great, but you know, like I said, Fish, I'll swear to this anytime that cross-check to the teeth was the cleanest cross-check to the teeth that I've ever seen. But once again, I can't say enough about Yuri. You know, he carried me along too. I was so worried about him that I forgot about myself and probably helped me a lot. But I don't know if he's sick of me by now for yelling at him and screaming at him. I do it all day at home with the kids, and then I come to the rink and I got to do it again with him. And 6'4", 220. One of these days he's going to turn on me. But for the time being, I think I got him a little scared. But Fish, thank you very much for everything this year. It's been a great year, and what a wonderful ending. And congratulations. For the rest of my teammates, you know, I'm just in awe. You know, you hear the names all through the past 3 years, and then the additions we made, and you know, it's something. I'm more like a fan. I'm in the dressing room looking around, not believing that I'm part of this, and then to do what we have and accomplish what we did this season, it's, you know, it's something special. I'll never forget my family to be a part of this. And just threw off my concentration. But no, really, to see that, to finally end a year, you know, after 16 years, and to be happy at the end of the year and be able to share this with you and look in your eyes every day, going for coffee, anything, to see, what a great feeling, and you're feeling it too, and it's something special to share it with the city. And I'm shaking now. I'm so excited about it. I thought I try not to get emotional. I'm not the greatest public speaker, but this is something else. I'd really like to go out and thank the Ilitch family, Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch and their family for acquiring me, and management for what they've done for me, Kenny Holland, the coaching staff, Scotty. What a great career, Scotty. The league's gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. Not as much as the league, but it's been a great run. And you know, I'm sure he had a big hand in getting me here, and it's been great, you know, to be a part of that, one of the greatest coaches in all sports history. The training staff, they've had their hands full with me over the past few years, that's for sure. Thanks, guys, for holding me together and getting me back on the ice. The doctors, too, all the doctors that had a hand in that, too. I can't say enough. I don't want to forget anybody, but like I said, what a city to win in. I won it in probably one of the best cities in Canada, in Montreal, 16 years ago, and this is right up there. And like I said, I never thought I'd be in this position. Very fortunate at my age, Yuri, but I'm still here. And I want to thank my parents are here again. They've been along for the ride for a long time. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Kids are here. I'll tell you, he's excited. But my wife are holding it together for all these years, doing a great job with the kids. They couldn't be a better group of kids. I'm so thankful. But once again, thank you, everybody, to my teammates. And I can't forget this guy, Steve Yzerman, who I'm learning from. And what a great guy you are, Steve. And I know he hears it every day. What else can you say? But thank you very much, Steve, for everything. What a great 3 years. What a great way to finish this year. And congratulations to you. I can't wait till the parade. Thank you.
Well, you know, it's amazing to watch the parade of talent on this Red Wings team. I think it's accurate to say that the 3 previous Red Wings are all Hall of Fame bound, and this next guy is going to be there with him. It's not often you can say this about somebody and have it come as a compliment, but our next Red Wings hero is a real GOAT, and that's a name Brett Hull gave himself for playing between 2 kids, Pavel Datsyuk and Boyd Devereaux, on their dangerous and exciting forward line.
Chelios. Hull shoots and scores! Who knows? Maybe that'll be number 99 right there. Shot into the crowd. Score!
Yes, a great tying goal in Game 3. Hat trick against Vancouver. 100 playoff goals, second only to Wayne Gretzky. In game-winning goals in Stanley Cup history, number 17, Brett Hull. You're looking at me like something's up. Yeah, I know. Before Brett speaks, we have a presentation to make to Brett. And what's interesting is this could have gone to the Hockey Hall of Fame. But instead, Scotty Bowman and his coaching staff, maybe the players, thought you'd make better use of it. A whistle for Brett.
Thanks a lot. First of all, like everybody, thank you very much, the whole front row. We've been here a long time. I'm glad everybody is still here, most of us anyway, in mind. It was so fun. First of all, thanks for the kind words, Pavel. That was mighty nice of you. But I had a lot of fun playing with both Boyd and Pavel. We had so much fun, and as you can see by the highlights, I really didn't have to do much. Just kind of get open, and with all the hard work they did, they got me the puck a lot. Believe it or not, I'm not a really good public speaker. And I don't know why, but Scotty and the coaching staff, without a doubt, they're the best coaches I've ever coached. These guys here behind me are very teachable. They listen well. But seriously, from the training staff right on through, it was a wonderful year. I am the luckiest man to have had the chance to come here. Believe it or not, Bobby Hull, the Detroit Red Wings are his favorite team and always have been. And he's told me that. He doesn't tell too many people that. I don't think you can understand what it was like to be a part of this group all year. It's not even the great players such as Yzerman and Fedorov and Shanahan and Chelios. And thanks a lot to ride the rink together every day, and he doesn't even mention me, Chelly. Roommates all year as well. Thanks a lot. But everybody from Sean Avery, who's just young, to those young kids going right up to the oldest guy, Igor Larionov, who is smooth as silk out there and just a class individual. And it's people like that, and Steve Yzerman and the whole front row that epitomizes the class of this organization. And that is why they win and will always win. And to be a part of that has been very special for me. And to be a part of this with you, I'd like to thank everybody. It was a great year. And Darcy, thank you very much. I couldn't have done it without you. And everybody, and congratulations to all the families and all the first-time winners and all the third-time winners, and let's go out and do it again. And I'm going to reiterate that having this been my second Dom, it is definitely worth doing it twice.
Way to go, Brett. Our next Red Wing did more for wine sales in North America than Ernest and Julio did over 30 years. Let's take a look.
Shot miss, Robitaille out front, scores! Larionov ties it up, 2-2. Put in behind the goal, McCarty stealing for Larionov, scores!
We call him the professor because of his thoughtful ways. But I can tell you that for his illustrious career on both sides of the pond, he always would rather pass the puck than shoot it. But boy, did he pick a time to come through to show a lot of youngsters who are playing and want to play this game how to play under big-time pressure. He will go down, no doubt, in Russia and in North America as one of the greatest names that hockey has ever seen. He's ours right now, number 8, Igor Larionov.
Thanks, Mickey. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Illich, Denise and Chris and Kenny, Barry, Dave, Scotty. It's been a privilege to play for you for the last 6.5 years. I took a little vacation to Florida for a few months. So, but thanks for giving me freedom to play my game. And I taught how to play the game in Russia. And I was a big fan of Anatoly Tarasov, who was also like a teacher for the game, and I know you was a big friend of Anatoly Tarasov, and the coach who give, I'm talking about Scotty, who give me the chance to play the game, give me freedom to create and to do my best for my teammates. That's a game of Russian hockey player, to be a team player, and served Shenny for a few years, Mac, Luke this year, Thomas, all of the guys, Brett Hall. I was playing with Thomas Holmstrom. Any player I was playing this team, so it's been treat, and it's any line I was playing on this team. It's been like for me, it's enjoyable, and I was trying to do my best to help this team to win. So thank you, Scotty, very much. And I know I talked to Slavos, so if you have any plans to go to Moscow, to Russia, so he got a spot for you there. And if you need my help there too, so I'll get you some, be next to Mr. Putin to run the sports with you in Slava. So, and thank you all the fans in Detroit and in Michigan, Traverse City. All of you guys, you've been always behind us. 3 years we won the Cup, 97, 98. This year, like 3 years we didn't win the Cup, so we've always been behind, very patient, they're very supportive. And thank you very much for your love for the game and support, and be always behind us. And it has been phenomenal. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much to all my teammates, all the guys. It's been, I think it's one of the best years. I played 25 seasons as a pro hockey player, and it's been just a great year from the beginning to the game 5 against Carolina Hurricanes. You guys the best, and so much respect for you guys. You know, it's been a little bit influence how to prepare for yourself for the games, and more guys start to drink wine instead of the beer. So I hope it's my influence a little bit too. And it's and I know this guy got huge potential. This team got huge potential to win another one. So and it's I don't know who's going to take over this team after Scotty. It's going to be a tough decision for Kenny. But I hope this team is going to stick together, and with your help, the fans, we can do it again. And last, I would like to thank my wife and my kids, who's, I guess, right now watching this show, and thanks for the patience and to give me a chance to play the game and prepare myself for the games, and to be a huge part of me and of success I had the last 16 years since I've been married. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. I love you.
What a class act. It just keeps getting better and better, and we've still got more for you to come. Right, Chuck?
That's right, because when we return, we're going to hear from, well, a lot. Nick Lidstrom, Dominik Hasek, and Steve Yzerman, all set to come on a Stanley celebration. We're back after this.
Hey, Hockeytown, celebrate the 2002 Stanley Cup champion Detroit Red Wings with your official Stanley Cup merchandise, including the locker room t-shirts and hats while supplies last. Don't be fooled by imitations. Get your official championship gear at Hockeytown Authentics in Troy, the Joe Louis Arena merchandise stands, or order by phone at 1-800-WINGS-25. Celebrate the Red Wings' 10th Stanley Cup with your official championship wearables.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Rock it now.
filtered MGD. Pure beer for a pure night out.
Oh no, your kitchen is a mess.
Oh, Barb. I need a miracle.
You need Equity Flex Line from Fifth Third Bank with a super low monthly payment and an amazing card access breakthrough. Just flex your way to a beautiful new kitchen. How much would you pay for all this? $500? $200? No, just $40 a month.
Excellent kitchen, Barb. You mean Flexilite.
Equity Flex Line. Call now. Operator standing by.
At Bell Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest out-the-door prices every day, plus free mounting, balancing, you know. But now, out-the-door pricing is even more incredible with another free extra. Buy 4 tires and get something really big. A AAA Michigan membership free for a whole year. Already a member? Show your card at Bell Tire and save even more. Hey, this may be tiny. It's a really big deal. For the best prices, the best service, and a little something extra.
Bell Tire.
Time. It can make the difference in getting that perfect house you found or losing it to someone else. I'm Karen Newman, and if you're about to take that next step toward a new home, take a little time now and talk to my friends at Capital Mortgage Funding. They can help you put a plan together that'll let you act fast when the time comes.
With approval now at Capital Mortgage Funding, you'll be approved for your mortgage before you start looking, so that dream house won't get away. Call Capital today.
Talk to my friends at Capital Mortgage Funding. It'll be time well spent.
And welcome back. Our next Red Wing had this said about him by Steve Yzerman after the team clinched this year's Stanley Cup. He's our best player in our organization. He's the best defenseman in hockey. Coach Scotty Bowman added his praise. He's just about the perfect player.
Here's Lidstrom. Firing. Scores! What a blast! Lidstrom scores! 2-0 to Nick Lidstrom. Power play goal. Carries to center. Long jump. From center ice.
Oh, boy.
Here's the break the Red Wings needed.
Oh, boy.
Here's Lidstrom. Fires.
And that 90-foot shot that you just saw will go down as one of the biggest goals in Red Wings history. Game 3 against Vancouver. The Conn Smythe Trophy winner, most valuable player in the playoffs, and everybody knows in Detroit how valuable he is, and now the rest of the world knows it too. Number 5, Nicklas Lidstrom.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch and the entire Ilitch family for their commitment and their support for our team and their support for this city. I think you fans realize that having such a talented team and with great individual players, you need someone to put it all together to make it work. And for that, we have Scotty Bowman. He's been doing a tremendous job for us, making us work as a team and play as a team. And the entire coaching staff has done a great job with us. While we need a leader on the ice as well. And for that, Stevie, you're the man. He's been showing a great commitment during this playoffs, playing hurt and playing in pain. And he is a true leader for us to follow. I'd also like to thank you, the fans. You're a big part of this as well. We needed your support, and you gave it to us. I'd like to thank my teammates for the way we acted in this playoffs, being down in a couple of series and really had our backs against the wall. We stepped up and played as a team. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Nick. How great to see such a great player as Nick Lidstrom get the recognition he truly deserves.
No doubt about it. We've got 2 more players to go, guys, who also will be getting a lot of recognition and a wild reception from this Joe Louis Arena crowd. Goalie Dominik Hasek, the captain Steve Yzerman.
And we want to remind you at home once again that the Stanley Cup celebration will be rebroadcast tonight at 11:30 on 62 CBS, and it'll be shown again on UPN 50 a week from tonight, next Sunday. We're back after this.
UPN 50 Nightside, Monday.
The thing that gives you babies gives you HIV.
Yeah, she's got a message all right. But what motivates Detroit's own Grandma Rat? Monday at 10, watch UPN 50 Nightside.
Meet Elliot's special brother,
I'm Donnie with a D.
who has a special secret.
I'm not really slow.
What?
It is the sweetest scam in the world.
Monday at 6:30 on UPN 50.
Caesar's new deep dish pizza, guaranteed to end dinner time larceny. Take the topping fee. 2 large pizzas covered with pepperoni. The Cheese Chiseler. These pizzas loaded with cheese. The Corner Crook. A crunchy crust on every slice. The Last Slice Swiper. 2 large, 1-topping deep dish pizzas. 16 huge slices, just $13.99. Play fair and square at Little Caesar. Pizza.
Make tracks for Six Flags Worlds of Adventure because this year is a killer comeback. It's the one place with wild rides, wildlife, and water slides. And only Coca-Cola hooks you up with the refreshment it takes to live every moment of it. Grab a Coke and save $10 as you take on X-Flight, the laydown coaster where you flat out fly. Or Batman Night Flight. Then cool down on the wettest, wildest water thrills in town. And through it all, there's plenty of icy cold Coke to quench your thirst for fun. So grab a Coke and save $10 at Six Flags Worlds of Adventure. So big, so close.
It's happening now. Gardner White makes history with this amazing offer. You pay nothing for 18 months with no minimum purchase required. It's Gardner White's ultimate furniture sale. Major markdowns on every item with no down payment, not 1 cent of interest, not 1 payment for 18 months on each and every item you choose. You cannot find a better furniture deal. Pay absolutely nothing for 18 months with no minimum purchase required. It all ends Monday. The ultimate sale at Gardner White. Hurry.
This is big, the window sale you've waited for. WeatherGuard saves you more. Massive ultimate sales savings. $500 off your total window purchase with no payments till September. Plus, free low E-glass and we pay your sales tax. WeatherGuard, 1-800-377-8886. $500 off your window purchase, no payments till September. Free low E and we pay your sales tax. Call WeatherGuard now.
WeatherGuard Windows, we protect your home.
A new Cedar Point thrill that will give you a chill. Snoopy rocks on ice. All your favorite Peanuts characters in a live ice skating spectacular that'll have you singing and dancing in your seat. And maybe even in your heart, too. What a great way to make the world's best amusement park even better. Just add ice. Get to Meijer to save $10 on weekday and $5 on weekend tickets. Then get here. Cedar Point. Feel the fun.
Welcome back, everybody, and we have 2 Red Wings yet to go, and I think the crowd here at Joe Louis Arena and those of you at home will be quite interested in what they have to say. The first of our final 2 Red Wings did about as much skating in the playoffs as the guys in the grind line. And I'm not just saying that the Dominator, Dominik Hasek, went into the corners after the puck a lot. In my years of watching and covering hockey, I don't think I've ever seen a goalie come flying out of the net to celebrate his team's goals like Dominik did this year. What can you say about one of the greatest to ever put on pads? He was so dominating this year. We hope he'll be just as dominant next year when he decides to return to the Red Wings to defend this Stanley Cup. Let's hear it for number 39, Dominik Hasek.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Before I start my speech, I want to tell you, if you don't understand or it's not because of my language or because what Brett Hall say, no accent, it's because I had too much champagne and too much celebration last couple of days, so. But not enough, there will be more. I have to start about 1 year ago, and I was asking to be traded to Detroit, and they gave me permission to talk to GM, and I talked to him, and he told me I need a goalie who likes to play the puck, who likes to go behind the net, who likes to go, he doesn't care, who goes in the corner, even in the playoffs, in the overtime, who likes to poke check the puck on the blue line, and I knew this is the right team for me. I'm just joking, it's not this way, but I want to thank you, Ken, that you make me the chance, and of course to the ownership, also to Ilitch's family that made it possible to trade me to Detroit so I could be here in this exciting city. I want to thank to all of my teammates. No, I want to start something else. You know what, I was 1 year ago, again, not in summer, I was in the hospital, I didn't feel well, I felt very bad, and I never forget it, Ilitch's family, they sent a doctor to the Czech Republic, be there with me, check everything, how am I doing? There was John Wharton who called me every day, it was hard for me just to hold the phone because I was sort of in pain, my fingers, but John Wharton, he was there every day, he was on the phone with, where is John? Here is John. I didn't know him, I didn't know who was that guy who I talked to, but he called me every day. So I came to the training camp in no shape, but very high motivated, and it kept me through the whole season, so thank you for that. So I have to thank to all of my teammates, the job they did in front of me, and too many, I know how difficult to be, and it's a tough job to be backup goalie, and anytime I was sick or injured, or anytime the team needed him, he came, and he played really well, and so thanks Manny too. And I said thanks to all of my teammates, but I always have special feeling for some teammates, for penalty killers and defensemen. So, because they do this very special job for the goalie, there are small things, maybe people in the stands, you cannot see it, but I can see it, small things in the corner, anywhere, And there are some situations I will never forget, Miles, when you block like 4 shots within 20 seconds without a stick, in this zone, like on the top of the circles. I think it was St. Louis. Fantastic, They blocking the shots. Steve Duchesne, he even blocked it with his teeth, and he came back and... It looks like a joke, but you cannot, you don't know what does it mean to me, And, defenseman, great job through the whole season, through the playoffs. And I usually don't like to point the names, but I this season had the opportunity to play with the best 2 defensemen I ever played, with 2 of the best defensemen in the world, so Nick and Chelly, it was really an honor to play with you, and Nick, well-deserved this trophy, and I hope one of you, I'm sure, gonna get one more trophy. What's the name? Norris Trophy in Toronto this week, so I'm sure one of you gonna get this trophy. One more thing, I want to thank my wife. She's not here, I mean, we were celebrating here in the locker room until 1 o'clock morning. Next day morning she had appendix surgery, but she's okay and she's home today. And I hope she's going to do even better tomorrow so she can go with me for the parade, because everybody told me there is no better parade in the world like parade after winning the Stanley Cup in Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. Well, we're just about near the end of our program tonight, gang. I know it's been a long night, but it doesn't happen every day when you win Stanley Cups. Our last Red Wing, of course, is very special. You've watched him grow up in front of you for the last 19 years. He is representing of the Detroit Red Wings since 1983 when he came here as an 18-year-old. He has done it all. He has become the best leader in the National Hockey League and maybe all of sport. The great words that are spoken about this man are well-deserved, as you witnessed by his teammates. He's not always been healthy, and this year was a great example. He's playing on one leg. He's the ultimate warrior, paid any price for this team to win. He's done it for a lot of years. His legend is legendary and will continue to go on, we hope. I now introduce to you the captain of the Detroit Red Wings, number 19, Steve Yzerman.
Draper to Hall, back pass Yzerman, scores! Back out for Lidstrom, Yzerman on it, firing, scores!
Thank you. I'm not sure if the cheers are for my play or because I'm the last one to speak. We've been here a while. First of all, I'd like to start by saying June 7th, 97 and June 13th, 2002, after 19 years, are the two most vivid memories of my hockey career over I'm not sure how many games we played, and I'm sure a great deal of you were here for those, for the game in 97 as well as Thursday night's game. I think the third period of Thursday night's game, in particular the last 5 minutes, are maybe the strongest memory I may ever have of playing hockey in the National Hockey League, and particularly here in Detroit. The excitement in the building was unmatched, and maybe it was more exciting than it was for the June 7th, 97 against the Flyers. It was a thrill. I've had a lot of thrilling nights here in the building, and again, Thursday night I think was the best night I've ever experienced playing here, and I'm very grateful to everyone and our fans for the way you act, the way you conduct yourselves, and the way you stand behind us. Got a lot of people to go over here, and I'll start with the owners of our team. I think you would all agree, and us players definitely know that how fortunate we are that the bottom line for Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch and their family with this organization is winning. And I've heard it countless times from Kenny or from Scotty Bowman. The Ilitches always say, what do we do to make this team better? What can we do? Whether it's providing players, providing an airplane, whatever it takes, they do. And that shows in the success that we've had. It shows in the support we have in the building. And for us as players and as fans, we should be forever grateful that they put winning as the most important thing ahead of everything else. And we're fortunate as players, we're fortunate as fans to play for an organization like that. Thank you. As far as Kenny, I'm just, I can't wait till July 1st to see how he tops last year. We'll traded for Dom, a couple of good free agent signings, so it'll be boring if nothing happens this year on July 1st. Our coaching staff, Scotty, Louis, Barry, Brett Hull, just a fantastic staff. We have a tremendous rapport, and Brett is kind of the mediator between pretty much us and everyone. So. Scotty, as we all know, has announced that this was his last year. I've had the good fortune to play for him for 9 years. I started playing the game as a 5-year-old, and I played for a lot of coaches, a lot of good coaches, and they've all influenced me in different ways and helped me become a better player. But in the last 9 years, I've never had someone have a bigger impact, or a coach have a bigger impact on the way I played, on the way I felt about the game, and there's never been anyone with a bigger influence. And for me and for all of us and everyone here to be standing here celebrating our 3rd Stanley Cup in 9 years, there's a lot of players that have come and gone, good players that have contributed, but this is Scotty Bowman's team. It's not Steve Yzerman's team. It's no one else's team. It's been Scotty Bowman's, and there's no way we win 3 Stanley Cups without Scotty. The one coach that we don't have up here is our goaltender coach, Jim Bedard, who maybe we talk about pressure in this organization, and he may have had the most pressure on him than anyone in this entire organization. We brought in one of the best goalies in hockey, and there was only one direction Jimmy Bedard could take him, and that was backwards. So fortunately, Jimmy was smart enough to know that he didn't go near Dom all year, and it was the best coaching job he's ever done. So I don't know where Jimmy is. I think he's here somewhere, but congratulations. That was a hell of a job you did. As far as my teammates, instead of going around and pointing at every guy and saying what a tremendous job they've done, I will keep it short and say that all year long, every player has been committed to winning. There was never a time, and it goes for, I think we got about 30 guys here. We have 3 goaltenders, about 15 forwards, and 10 defensemen. And there isn't one player that I could say who didn't put winning ahead of anything, didn't put the team first. It was maybe the most enjoyable year, and I'm, again, been fortunate to now win 3 times. This was maybe the most enjoyable year I've had in hockey, and not once during the season did I ever feel that any of the players was not committed to us winning, and everyone, again, from the 15th forward to the 3rd goaltender, everybody did everything they could, and it was all about winning, and to come off the ice after games and see the joy in the players' face through the playoffs, and you could just tell the attitude that we were going to win. I knew it all along, and it wasn't my confidence in myself, it was my confidence in my teammates. There was, in my mind, never a doubt that was going to happen. I remember going behind, I think by 2 or 3 in Game 2 against the Canucks in the first round, and sitting on the bench, I got to peek up and look up into the owner's box right up here and see the look on Mr. and Mrs. I's face, and they weren't real thrilled at that point. And I figured at that point there's no question we're going to win, and no question we better win. As far as the guys, again, I was so confident in this team. There was never a doubt when we started the playoffs that we were going to win. And I just, as far as being the leader of this group, there ain't much I do. It really isn't. I play, and they know what they have to do, and the only thing I've ever tried to remind them is really how good they are, and they prove that game in and game out through the year. So I'm extremely proud of this group of guys. It's been a tremendous year, and I want everybody just, this has been a heck of a team, and let's do it. And I will just finish. My wife isn't here tonight. She's home. She's home sleeping. It's been a been a busy couple of days, and we talk about the 2 months leading up to the Stanley Cup is maybe the most exhausting time. But I'll tell you, the 3 days after is maybe a little tougher. So she's home resting and regrouping, getting ready for the parade. And and I don't know if I have to remind her, but I will. We won the Stanley Cup in '97, she got pregnant. We won the Stanley Cup in '98, she got pregnant, so. Apart from rehabbing my knee, it's gonna be a pretty busy summer, so. Everyone, enjoy yourselves, and thank you for your support, and have a great summer.
Thank you, Steve. What a night. What a speech by Steve Yzerman. This has been an incredible evening, Ray.
Got one for the history books. We're not quite done yet. After a break, we're coming right back for some final thoughts from Mickey Redmond and Ken Daniels as we close out the Stanley Celebration.
And don't forget, this show will be rerun tonight at 11:30, in a few minutes actually, on 62 CBS, and also shown next Sunday on UPN 50. And we'll be at the parade tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. on UPN 50.
And we're coming right back to Joe Louis Arena. Don't go away. We'll take a time out here on UPN 50.
And welcome back, and we want to get some final thoughts from my broadcast partner who's played on 2 Stanley Cup winners and witnessed 3 Stanley Cup seasons here in Detroit. Your thoughts, though, Mick, on this 2001-2002 squad?
I think, Ken, the biggest thing that stands out with this team of future Hall of Famers is that they put personal agendas aside and played as one, for one, with one goal, and that was the Stanley Cup. And everybody thought there'd be problems. There wasn't a sniff of problems. They're just a great bunch of players that put it all aside and came together with great chemistry, and that's why they won the Stanley Cup. Tough to beat that.
You bet, and we are getting spoiled, aren't we? So much fun here on UPN 50 calling Red Wings hockey, and this event was great and nice to see. It didn't go as long as Game 3 in Carolina. We stopped short of that, so that's pretty good. Over to Chuck and Ray.
That's true. Thanks, Ken. Thank you, Mickey. I want to thank you for tuning in for this great event. This was a whole lot of fun, Ray.
It certainly was, and I'm like to do it again next year if we can, for sure.
That'd be
right?
nice. That'd be nice. And don't forget the parade tomorrow, 11:30, right here on UPN 50. 1 million people going down there.
Oh, that's for sure. We want to thank all of you fans for tuning in to this great event tonight. The Stanley Celebration has been part of a terrific time in Hockey Town, clinching and celebrating of the 2002 Stanley Cup, and it was great to hear from everybody. And for all you fans looking in, we want to thank you very much.
Okay, have a great night. The show again runs in about 1 minute on 62 CBS if you missed anything, and it'll be a rerun on UPN 50 next Sunday. For Mickey Redmond, Ken Daniels, Ray Lane, and all the heroes of Hockey Town, good night. Thanks for watching. We'll do it again next year.